difficulties today, but apparently it's too much to hope for.
Aw.
I'm here too.
But we haven't even started yet.
C and I
You're
will
not
just...
a technical difficulty, Jamie.
I mean, I am technically very difficult.
Only occasionally, and in charming ways. But it's
Yeah.
okay. C and I will just enthrall everyone with this knitting discussion.
Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure people do stream knitting, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can imagine it as like an ASMR if you've got really clicky needles. I don't have very clicky needles, but if you did, that might actually be very...
It's sad that you
soothing.
don't have clicky needles.
If I was a porcupine, I'd have clicky needles.
No, you wouldn't. They're too soft to be clicky.
No, I just mean like, they wouldn't make friends with the other groups of needles.
No, you should be banished from chat for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
I make this chat.
Alright.
I am the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna do an interrobang and have it be like a...
No, hey, stop. What's happening? Oh
Oh
god, don't come from my phone.
Oh no.
No, hey, stop. What's happening? Oh god, don't come from my phone. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Fuck.
I hated that.
I also hated that.
We all hated that, I think.
What just happened?
Oh, there's Casey.
Yelling about phones?
Hi, Casey.
Something? Phones? Yelling?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi, Casey.
Hey. I'm
Okay,
gonna be fixing stuff, so ignore me.
are you ready to get started, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, can you do that while I talk, basically?
I'm still
Yes.
whammied by how much better Casey's voice sounds now that Casey's just chill and living in a space that they're not, like, dying all the time.
I know, it's amazing
Like,
what
wow.
not dying does for a person.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
shit!
I mean it. Like, Casey's got a real good voice, and it's cool to hear their voice, like, really develop and be awesome sounding.
Yeah,
Honestly...
it's not constantly restricted all the time because I'm constantly clenching and I had to project my voice differently.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the sad mouse clench.
Honestly, Casey living here has felt so incredibly, like, natural and good. Like, I was worried about all kinds of stuff, but it feels like they have lived here forever. I can only describe them living here as just feeling right. Like, not all people who love each other very good make good roommates. But Casey just fits in perfectly here. And, you know, like, obviously their trauma from all the stuff isn't just gonna go away, but, it's much better that they're here. I'm very happy about it. They got a new desk and chair. How's your chair, Casey?
Oh, it's so fucking nice.
The second we're done, I'm gonna come see it. But
Should.
I mean, I'm honestly tempted to leap out of my chair and just scurry over and look at your new chair, but I'm not gonna do that.
No leaping or scurrying.
No leaping or scurrying! Oh, it's my two favorite forms of movement.
Mean.
Okay.
Restricted, honestly. And
Alright, okay, alright. Are we ready? Are we ready to get started?
Okay.
yep.
Alright, okay. Alright, okay.
Thank you, Alan.
That was
Wow.
beautiful. Art.
Okay.
I mean, if you really want me to launch into some Michael Moore, I can, but...
Okay. Last time...
Alright.
When we lost left our
Last
heroes.
time, when we left our heroes, you guys had all been accepted into the Huyuk Acolyte program, with the help of your nominally in charge, but not mechanically in charge, Trey, or find treasure in refuse. what's your last name? I have it in a note.
It's
Find
Lester.
treasure. Yeah, find treasure in refuse. Find treasure in refuse, Lester.
So you're still showing stream starting soon.
Oh. Well, is there anyone even in the stream?
There's me.
There's you.
I mean,
Okay.
it's hard for them to be in the stream until it starts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like is the audio broadcasting? That's the important part.
Oh, yeah, the audio was broadcasting.
Okay. Vivian said she'd stop by.
Vivian. All right, okay. So, last we left off, you guys were
I
accepted
hate this chair.
into the Huyuk Acolyte program, and you all met up on the docks of the dwarvish town of Gayton, and you got on a boat, and you're headed to the Huyuk-controlled city of Orsay. You guys had some team-building exercises, which went medium.
I feel like Trey would tell you that in the end it accomplished what he thought it might accomplish. And that he can't predict how that's going to really happen.
Accomplished what he thought it would accomplish, including a new head wound.
Hey, he's a 6
Ooh.
scar fit, and he's fine with that. It'll make him distinctive and not such a bland human.
Something shedding
The
blood for our
plans-
Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior, Michi Bottle Brush.
No, okay. Okay, so, it is daytime, it is, sort of early afternoon, just after lunchtime. You guys, you had, some rations, essentially, nothing super special, and you are coming up to the docks of Orsay. Now, this city, the thing about cities in Eidross, right, is they had to be protected from the overgrowth. And this city is one of the closest large cities to the overgrowth. And so it is situated in what I can only describe, and I'm going to actually draw it here, and then I'll post the drawing in the Roll20 for everybody. Oh shoot, I don't even have to calibrate my tablet. Haha. Who's experiencing technical difficulties now?
Don't jinx it.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Anyways, so essentially Orsay is constructed like this. In the center, there is a towering, mysterious obelisk. It is like, oh man, you guys are from, well, okay, how tall is the Washington Monument?
Big.
Big. Cool. Big. It's big.
I want to say it's
And it's a 10-to-1 scale of George
couple
Washington's
hundred
dick,
feet
right?
high.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
No.
Wow. Gross.
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
mean, if it was a 10-to-1 scale of his dick, it'd be made of wood or something, wouldn't it?
I don't like that
Dude's
at
like
all.
falling apart before he died.
I don't
Ivory.
like that at
It's
all.
just an elephant tusk.
I don't like that at all.
People seeing something that I'm not seeing.
No.
What's happening?
No, I'll post it in the Roll20 when I'm finished.
I'm
Anyways.
watching Twitch, and so far, Garo is trying over and over again to draw parallel lines, is what I see.
Rude. Cannot believe this sass.
She's a little bit addicted to Control Z. There's nothing we can do about it now.
I cannot believe the sass here. Now my train of thought is dead.
Oh, speaking of sass, I do want to just lay out now that if I call any of you idiots for making a decision, it is Michi, not me, and I'm just not good at having a distinguished character voice yet. So it's in character being mad at your character decision, not me, the player, being mad at the player's decisions. I don't know if that needs saying.
Okay.
I'm probably just gonna end up leaning into the tsundere cliches, okay?
Yeah, Anyways, as you come upon the city of Orsi, obviously the first thing you see, the thing that you've been seeing for a couple of days now, as it grows larger and larger on the horizon, is the giant obelisk. It is hundreds of feet high. It is, the color is difficult to describe from far away, but as you get closer, the best way I can describe it is clear glass with like clouds inside. So from far away, it looks white, maybe silver sometimes, but it is gently swirling and pulsing inside of this clear glass-like material. I say glass-like because no one has ever been able to. Oh shit, it's Viv. No one has ever been able to affect this monument. It goes far deeper into the earth than even the canyons. The Huyuk lore says that when it arrived, that is when it rent the earth, causing the 4 canyons that create an X to spread out from it. And the canyons are where the people live, because historically it was highly defensible. As you sail up the river and you see more and more of the city, you see the docks, which extend out from this huge canyon. Up with, stairways and bridges and wooden structures. The structures themselves seem incredibly hodgepodge. They're built of any material that people could find to build with and replaced as it falls apart and is constantly sort of being rebuilt. The homes and businesses, there are some wooden homes and businesses clustered around the base of the cliff where the docks lie. But you also see going into the canyon, there's many homes and businesses carved directly into the cliffs themselves. There are awnings and little balconies and doorways and bridges and stairways up and down in this complicated sort of hodgepodge carved into the rock itself. And you can surmise from seeing the docks that there are 3 more parts of the city that are like this. There are a few buildings and such on top of the cliffs where someone might build, but not too many. And as you start to approach the docks, and you see a figure waiting for you. This figure, as you pull in, is clearly waiting for you. She's wearing a long black sort of dress like most Huyuks wear, with a sky blue tabard and hood. For the record, the hood and tabards you guys received are all like off-white, which is the color for initiates who haven't sort of been granted a color yet, and we'll get into that. And as you disembark...
What color is Trey's?
What color is Trey's? Same.
Oh, I thought Trey was fully initiated, that was the point.
Well, that's a good question. Has Trey done the Huyuk trials? See, I think that essentially he is meant to do the trials with his group.
Oh, okay.
So he hasn't done the trials yet either, and you guys will get a color after the trials. But you don't know that yet, because you're just now disembarking to meet this person who is a small woman in maybe her 60s. She has blue skin and hair that looks like poofy clouds. She is short and plump, and her face is a nest of wrinkles, and as she smiles upon seeing you, it's clearly the wrinkles of someone who smiled a lot in their life. She just looks kind, and she raises her hand and says, "Trey! Find treasure in refuse, Lester and students. Welcome to the city of Orsey. My name is Epiphany Blue, but you can call me Annie Blue. And you guys disembark the boat, waving goodbye to rugged sailors Jorge and Carlos, excuse me.
Super happy that we're off his boat.
Yeah, he's ready. They're both ready. Everyone else on this boat is incredibly ready for you guys. Actually, I want to roll. This journey has been like a week. How did it go other than that first interesting team building session?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Michi spent most of the time just being as in the way in high places as possible.
I mean, it's a riverboat. I don't think there's an abundance of high places.
She found the highest place.
Alex, what were you rolling? What were you guys? You're rolling to see how it went. Okay, everybody roll then. Everybody just roll me a straight d20. See,
Yeah,
and
but we're D&D players, when we can't think
Yeah.
of anything else, we roll a d20.
yeah, fair.
Well, I had a great time.
I had a
Trey
reasonably
definitely
pleasant time.
spent the trip pretending to be less injured than he was. Like, he spent the trip going, I'm fine, as his head injury just occasionally reopened and started bleeding a little.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a very anime visual.
it is very anime. It is a very anime visual.
It's a very anime campaign, let's be real.
Hey, Theta, I need that finger. Please don't bite it.
Cat. The cat is helping.
He's helping. I'm
I think-
talking, and as far as she knows, it's for her.
I think Michi actually got on like a house on fire with Carlos and Jorge.
Yeah,
She's
abso-fucking-lutely.
like very much attached herself to them
Yeah, and I
much
think
more than Trey.
Yeah, and I think she was actually a lot more helpful than might have been expected. She's just willing to do stuff. And they're like, "Hey, do this thing." And she's like, "Okay." What about Esme? You got a 14, so you did pretty good. That's you, Alan.
Yes.
What was Esme's trip like?
I mean, it seems like it was pretty good.
Did
I'm assuming the closer to 20 we got is
yeah.
goodness of trip.
Um
Yeah, no. I imagine. Let's see. How long would you estimate was like the time between our last session to right now?
like a week.
Okay, she has definitely cooked for the group at least a couple times in that time. Then.
Yeah, that went well. The
Um,
group was like, "Oh, this is good food.
Yeah.
This
so
is a
people were at least
14
trying
out
to
of
go, like,
this food. I would rate it approximately 14 out of 20."
Exactly. People were like, "Oh dang, this weird kind of cranky, scraggly girl actually cooks super good." Filing that away.
Yeah, I love that this 14 is indicative partially of cooking, but partially of starting to sort of get to know the group. And
Yeah.
okay, so what about poor Olivine? Didn't do so great.
Just stop trying to do that.
I had to find the unmute button. I just imagine she's probably just out of sorts. Like, she's probably never been on a boat before in her life. She's probably never seen so much water before she got dumped in the little, like, Nexus town to go be an acolyte with vague instructions from her parents that she didn't even understand at the time.
Yeah,
She's just kind of fretfully trying to find something to do with herself because it's been like a 6-month period of I guess this is my life now over and over again.
I feel like we can all relate. That's
Yeah.
the 2020 mood. So I guess this is
Never
life
been
now.
used time.
And you know she's got her little like plant bits and seedlings and whatnot secreted on her, but like can't do anything with those on the ocean, so
No,
they're on
you.
a big river.
And last but not least, how is Stan?
Getting the lowest roll out of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is dear Stan?
Good question. Let me roll. Persuade. Okay, flip a coin. Persuasion or stealth?
No, you have to describe to me what you want to do, and then I'll tell you what the roll is.
Okay, so what should I roll to see if anybody notices Stan crying in their
Oh,
area
no!
at night?
But he doesn't want them to see.
Correct.
Deception.
Really?
Or,
Well,
I
have a
guess,
plus
stealth.
3, so
Oh well. that
Holy
worked out.
Jesus!
I have a plus 3. You gotta understand.
Yeah, wow, okay. So, yeah, no,
Stan,
nobody...
professional crier.
Stan, professional crier. Nobody notices him cry, but he's not having a good time. Is he homesick for his daddies?
Yes.
Oh.
Also, small thing that I would like to point out, Esme, you don't have any attacks.
Oh yeah, we should probably fix that.
I might not.
You don't even have a weapon.
Dagger, thank you.
You have a holy shit symbol and a shield.
I mean, does she have spells?
Proficiencies?
Does she have
No.
spells?
Cure wounds, yeah.
Oh, okay. That some of that might be my fault because I just stuck them on the character mancer, which worked out okay on mine. All I had to do was redo the background info, but it may have not filled that in on Alan's sheet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Troubling.
we were kind of rushed to start, so I didn't really give another.
It totally gave me a dagger.
Yeah. I believe in your ability to choose your own stuff, and I will fix it up for you.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, back to Stan's quietly crying under their blanket.
See, I actually think that we might want to deal just a little bit with that in character because I think that's interesting.
I mean, you can't. I got over 20 in deception. Nobody.
Well,
knows.
no, not that, not Stan. Esme not having any weapons or offensive spells. That I want to deal with in character because I think that's hysterical. But okay, so you are on the docks with Cloud Genasi, Epiphany Blue, aka Annie Blue, and she raises her arms to give Trey a hug.
Okay, but at first I want to say when she was calling hi, Trey immediately screams out, "Hey, Aunt Annie!" And then he stops and goes, oh, "Was it necessary? Theta, no!"
Is she helping?
For anyone wondering, Theta is, in fact, she's Cat.
Yeah.
One of several.
I made a yell and ouch, Theta. And I waved because I'm in character, and Theta's super offended by that.
No waving. Oh my gosh, Theta, no.
She was on my lap, and then suddenly I'm yelling, and she didn't approve. She wasn't prepared.
I'm glad that you're
Very offense.
I'm glad that you're so in character, though.
Okay, so he starts yelling and saying, "Hey, Aunt Annie," and waving, and then he stops, and he goes, and he coughs, and he says, "I mean, greetings, Master Epiphany Blue."
She laughs in your fucking face, and gives you a big hug and reaches up and pinches your cheek, just like, "Oh, you've gotten so big. You've only been gone like 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, but you've grown. You've grown." And then she opens her arms and says, "Welcome, new students. I am Epiphany, and I'm here to help you on your quest and on your journey to become members of the glorious order of Huyuk." She turns and points up towards the obelisk. She says, "The vulture goddess who protected us during the worst times of the overgrowth, and who we worship and try to do our best to make a world that's, better today than it was yesterday." And she says, "This city is, dedicated to its acolytes and dedicates and masters, who practice many different kinds of arts and skills and trades, all in service to bettering the world."
Michi's
And-
rolling her eyes like, yeah, I went to vulture school.
I mean, that's true.
Trey is definitely like having some like anime shiny moment of like
Esme is pretending to pay attention, but she's doing a bad job of it.
Well, okay, roll me a deception. Let's see how good or bad of a job,
Yes, please.
how good or bad of a job Esme is doing of trying to pretend to pay attention but not paying attention.
Stan's really listening.
Oh,
Loving every sentence.
Okay, I guess she's doing a better job than I thought.
yeah, Annie is totally like, and she starts to lead you off of the docks, which are bustling with activity, people bringing in and out trade goods, and up through the east crack, essentially. I'm gonna figure out a better east crack. I'm gonna figure out.
East crack now.
No, there's gotta be a better name.
No, it's called East crack now.
Okay. So you're going up through East Crack. She's leading you, sort of like down through the bottom. So you can see all of the tall, the tall walls rising above you. Around you, there's a bustle of activity, and this seems to be mostly a merchant district. You see stalls which look sort of semi-temporary. You see shops that have clearly been there for a long time in carved, recesses in the rock with sort of, you assume there's living spaces also. Annie is continuing sort of a steady monotone of telling you about the history of Orsay and this place, and telling you about all the people who live here, members of the Huyuk organization and sort of personnel,
I sort of elbow nudge Esme and make like a talking hand gesture, like blah blah blah, and like try to share a knowing look with her.
I gently snort and nod. And you know what? Because it is fun to do, I am going to roll stealth on that to see if we get away with it.
Okay, I'll roll stealth too.
Okay, I guess I'll. So hey, guess who doesn't have a character sheet for Annie? What? Yeah, it is me.
It's
she'd
also
be good at noticing that stuff though, because that's like what she does.
Yeah.
Like she works with students a lot, and children and teenagers are not actually that stealthy about this kind of stuff.
I'm gonna make a DM decision and be like, yeah, she kind of notices, but she doesn't care too much. She's just kind of like, she knows that you guys have been on a journey, but she loves this city. And so eventually she takes you further in, and you go upstairs, and you go through corridors and over little bridges. And as you go further in, you see there's sort of more and more people with the Huyuk black and colored tabards. And finally, you're led to a building that looks to have about 4 stories. A lot of these buildings are a lot of the residences and sort of buildings built into the cliffs, into the canyon, are sort of townhouse-like, in that they have sort of vertical size rather than width. Yeah, so they've got a lot of stories and fairly narrow rooms. And she says, this is one set of the Acolyte dormitories where you guys will be living for the foreseeable future. And she takes you into the building with its cool stone walls, lit mostly with magical lamps. The rock here is sort of red, so it's got, with sort of yellow lamps, so it's got a very warm vibe, with lots of tapestries and rugs, and eventually she leads you to essentially what is a shared space, like a living area with a small cooking facilities. And she leads you to there's 3 bedrooms. There's 2-bed, sort of 2-person rooms, and a separate smaller room for Trey. And she looks at Stan, who is very conspicuously not wearing any of the Huyuk garb, and who just showed up. And she says, sort of wisely, she says, "Isn't it lucky that you 3 were allotted this room? And it had an extra bed. So,
And then, point, Trey straightens up and he says, you know, as you can see, I've already been greatly blessed by our goddess to have a surprise student.
So,
Wait. I'm sharing a room with these losers?
She smiles at you and she says, "Well, you're sharing a room with one of them.
I'm sharing
one of your precious fellow students."
Okay, precious fellow students.
And
Trey smirks at this.
She attempts to go into the room that has 1 bed that's clearly Trey's room.
I kind of assume it already has Trey's stuff in it. Like, Trey knew he was going to be moving here before he went to collect the rest of them.
Trey gently lifts her just a little and puts her back outside the room. And smiles.
She says, "Tomorrow will be the trials. I hope you're prepared to use all of your strength and cunning and other thing. It's better in 3s, but I couldn't think of a 3rd thing. You know, she sort of eyes Esme and says, you know, I noticed that you don't seem to have a weapon or much of a weapon on you, so feel free to, you know, go to the Huyuk stores and make sure that you're all fully prepared for some difficult trials tomorrow. I wish you luck, and I think tonight you have an invitation to have dinner with the Lesters, who are a very ancient and venerated family of Huyuk, and Trey's parents. I'll leave you to get settled and decide who's rooming with whom."
Michi again tries to march back to the single bedroom. And I imagine Trey's just like, nope.
And Trey looks around and he says, you know what? I think we should have an arm wrestling tournament to decide.
Alex, no.
We don't have to do it, but Trey has a lot of brothers and cousins, okay?
If that's what the party wants to do, then I guess.
I'm not saying I don't. You guys can veto this. I just think that Trey has a natural.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so in.
Okay, I guess. Well, so does that mean that you'll give Michi the single room if she wins?
No, he's gonna. Trey's thought is that whoever wins the first bout, I think Trey was just thinking that there'd be some kind of like winner, and they could pick a room, and then the next person could either pick to be a roommate or pick.
Okay, so the four other people are gonna do something to to decide.
So it's 1 single room and 2 double rooms, basically.
Yeah, and the single room is Trey's. I will say the single room is like worse than the other rooms. It's very small. It's a closet.
Yeah.
It's a closet with a bed in it. The other 2 are fairly spacious.
Michi's gonna sit down at the table, put her arm up on it, just ready to fucking go, and point at Stan. Say, "You and me, puppy."
Michi's like forgotten why she's even doing the arm wrestling. She just
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here.
No, Esme is just gonna quietly turn to Olivia and just be like, "Hey, you want a room together?"
But Stan rushes over here, first hearing wrestling, making their ears pop up, and then you and me, Puppy, they are at the table, hand in Michi's hand, ready to go.
All right.
It's glittering.
Okay,
Tracy,
contested
you
strength rolls.
Yep. Are they saving
Tracy's.
rolls?
Let's just.
I always forget. Normal. Can we just do both normal strength rolls?
Yeah, that's fine.
Trey sees that two of them have already worked it out and thinks it's hilarious that Michi and Stan are arm wrestling for no reason.
Jamie, turn your stupid thing off so it only does one roll.
I forgot how.
Okay, I guess Michi.
Give me, Aaron, give me control over Michi's sheet.
Just
No.
tell me where it is.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like in another tab. It's like in the little gear tab next to spells, and then it's one of the things that I do. I think it's advantage toggle.
Okay, there it is. Yep,
Roll queries.
I found it.
Hey, Cara, you want to pop over to the roll
Yeah.
window to Twitch?
I saw. To show Twitch.
For the sake of the Twitch piece, y'all rolls and stuff.
Oh yeah, actually, in that case, that's a very good. In that case, here you go, Twitch peeps. Now you can also see rolls and stuff.
Plus, for the party's sake, they might like to see your little drawing of the 4-part chasm city and the docks and stuff.
Yeah. Let me just real quick, copy or not copy, but put this in the Roll20. Thank you. See, that's super helpful. All right, so Esme and Olivine are. I kind of feel like Esme and Olivine have already moved their stuff into one of the rooms and are in there while Michi and Stan are arm wrestling.
Olivine actually, her face actually, lifted a little bit when Esme started talking in Dwarvish, because, that's the first she's kind of heard her native language in,
Oh,
months, possibly.
that's very cute, but also, why does Esme speak Dwarvish?
Because I was required to pick an additional language, and I was like, why not?
You know, that's fair. That's fair and valid, and hell
I don't
yeah.
have a story reason for it yet.
Alright, so, and then Stan and, Michi get the second room, and Stan and Michi are rooming together.
Hey, wait a fucking second.
Okay. At this point, Trey looks at them and nods and says, I just thought this might be a good way to get some energy out after we've been cooped up on the ship.
I swear I'm gonna shoot him again. Whispering to
Trey
Stan.
says- Okay, but can Trey hear this?
You're gonna have to roll,
What am I rolling?
Perception. I think.
perception and what, stealth?
Oh, I'm not trying that hard to hide it.
Oh, then, okay, yeah, Trey just hears. What does Trey say?
And Trey looks at Michi and goes, well, I'd prefer if you didn't aim at my head, but honestly, if I got a 6 scar on my chest, that'd be fine with me. I got this big, huge gash on my leg, and then I'd be balanced out.
Stan winces a bit.
Where'd you get that?
And then, okay, Trey looks at Stan and says, it's okay, we have really good medical here.
Olivine pops her head out of the room just long enough to point at Michi and go, don't be mean. And then
Yeah.
Don't be mean. You can't do it. You can't be mean. Yeah, so, you guys are currently, the dorms are in North Crack, because I guess we're just going with that for now. Which is the
There's
Huyuk.
a lot of dirty
I'm not
rhyming
sure if
songs
it's
about the
North
city.
Class
There
or
are a lot of dirty rhyming songs about the city. Yeah.
Good.
Which is the Huyuk residential um
Oh, okay.
um
That's a very clear image.
thank you.
I immediately now know what it looks like.
Yeah. So the side that you're looking at from the image would be the docks, which is East Crack. And then Trey's parents' family also live in North Crack because that's the sort of Huyuk residential area.
May I posit a suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
Please don't use posit when talking
Technically,
about
they are
cracks.
known as the northern, eastern, southern, and western crevasses, but over time,
Yes!
it's like,
Yeah,
sometimes people just like, we don't know
yeah.
Crack.
Yeah. I'm into it. They were the crevasses, but
side is the lowest elevation wise, the part that touches the water.
yeah.
It could also locally just be the canal because it makes me think of Venice, where it's like that's probably where all their shipping and stuff comes through.
Yeah, absolutely. Although there is a canal in the bottom of all four. And the canal, and like the thing is there's also tunnels and stuff. Like it goes into the cliffs quite a ways. So North Crack is where the Huyuk residential area is, and South Crack is where most of the sort of university, school, and other sorts of areas are. And I am going to draw another structure, and then I'll post it. Because there's also there's stuff around the base of the obelisk. There's like buildings and stuff sort of around the base, and the obelisk goes all the way down into the earth, farther even than they could find. Like it just keeps going, and they're kind of like, and they've never been able to affect it in any way. They can't chip it, they can't crack it. It doesn't. Help me, Jamie.
I have an important question.
Yeah, sure.
Bunk beds or parallel beds on opposite sides of the room?
Oh gosh.
Ooh,
I
that
guess-
is important.
Question.
Which is more fun?
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds it is. There's bunk beds.
Michi attempts to make a standing leap up to the top bunk. Like, this one's mine!
Okay, acrobatics?
Okay,
Maybe?
sure. Keep closing my character sheet.
We'll stop it.
You stop
Yeah.
it.
We'll stop it.
For someone like Michi, I feel like that's almost like as long as Michi doesn't
Oh, jeez.
critically.
Holy
mess up,
shit!
that's just
Yeah.
like, holy cow!
Yeah, you basically levitate the fuck up there. It is uncanny.
Michi does like a fucking Olympic gymnastics flourish jump up to the top.
It does
Yes.
not look great.
And she just looks as smug as possible at Stan.
No, I've got it.
Stan
Michi does
happily
one of those
smiles back.
Michi does one of those jumps where she like flip twists in such a way that she just lands completely comfortable laying down.
Yes.
So there's actually something on the bottom bunk in Michi and Stan's room. It is a package wrapped in brown paper, and there is a note pinned to it that says, "To Stan from Daddy's."
Aw.
How it got there, it's
When
just
it
there.
got there.
When it got there, how they knew that would be Stan's bunk, it's completely random, but there is a package there with a note to Stan that says, "From Daddy's."
Stan clutches it tight to their chest, and they start making their bed happy.
Are they gonna open the package?
Later at night, yes.
Later at night, okay. Well, as you guys start to get settled, you hear a clock bell chime. There's a clock, it chimes. It's helpful. I don't know where the clock is. It's around. There's probably one in each of the cracks.
Crack clock.
the crack clock. Okay, so a bell chimes, and you realize it is getting into evening. It is dinner time, and you guys have an invitation to have dinner with the Lester family.
Michi puts absolutely no effort into her appearance.
Trey also puts absolutely no effort into his appearance.
Stan has been sharpening their scythes for the last hour or so, and they do the same. They're just covered in like metal shavings.
Stan, no! Okay, first of all, I don't think that's how sharpening works.
It really isn't.
It
no.
really isn't. There would not be any metal shavings.
thing.
Left in a few weeks.
Cheap
I think I'm
aluminum.
sharpening that hard.
I don't know it. Maybe it's made of cheap
Okay.
aluminum.
Sharpening does technically produce a bunch of metal dust. Most people don't actually sharpen when they say they're sharpening, they're only honing a blade. So, sorry, aside right there, I actually do know a lot about blade sharpening.
That's fucking rad as shit.
I want to DM you about that later, because I've been trying to get better at it.
Slide in your DMs, talk to you about knives.
I
Lesbians.
can find there's a section from a Good Eats episode where Alton Brown goes into a really good 5-10 minute segment.
I always want
Okay.
to lick the metal shavings. So.
Don't do that.
Oh,
It's bad for you.
Ooh, you don't know what kind of metal alloy that
All right.
is.
So does Trey gather up the kids and head off to where his family lives in the northern crevasse? Off.
He really does, but I have to admit, I spent the last like 90 seconds to 2 minutes trying to compose a dirty song about the clocks and the cracks.
Well, did you get anywhere? Are you gonna sing us the song? Is Trey gonna sing the song as you guys walk along to his family's house?
There yet, but honestly, guys, I'm absolutely gonna make some dirty
Stick my foot up your
dirty
sap crack.
poetry because come on, the clocks and the cracks.
Yeah, no, you're yeah, no, it does. So anyways, you go to Trey's parents' house. What's it like?
So Trey's your whole family eat rocks and bugs and shit?
Who doesn't eat bugs? Says Trey.
She's quickly learning that Trey is like untauntable and it's driving her mad.
Anyway, Trey, but the thing is, Trey gets the rock thing is weird, but he legitimately doesn't understand the bug question because, like,
yeah, bugs are traditional.
That's not weird.
No, bugs are. Well, bugs are. You know what always seemed delicious to me? The Lion King, like when they.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this.
But I think Trey's family actually has a whole like partial block of apartments that a bunch of his like aunts and uncles like I think it's more of a family compound than like a single family dwelling.
Yeah. And as you start
mansion.
It's not really a mansion. It's like if you've ever like it's not necessarily that nice. There's just multiple families that live in this fairly large. Hey, Theta, why are you biting me again?
It's like a big dorm, but for a single family.
Yeah,
big,
but
sprawling, connected family.
Yeah, like if you've ever seen like those apartments that are all next to each other, it's like that, and there's some connecting doors, but they're not connected all the time. Like there's multiple kitchens, so we're not necessarily going to be into it in like with his whole family.
Yeah, it's like a.
But
it was
it's
regular.
Like a series of duplexes.
Yeah, it was regular apartments and dwelling spaces. Just over the years, this one family sort of moved into more and more of them until now it's just like the Lester. As you guys are getting into this neighborhood, into this part of the crevasse, which the crevasses are very long, you know,
Yeah, we here's the question: if most of this is internal structure, are we moving via like causeways within the crevasses, or are we actually moving through like interior streets and hallways that have been carved into them?
I think there's a little of both.
So we have like no idea which way we're headed by the time we reach there.
Yeah, within the specific crevasse, it would be more outside than inside. Like, usually you go through the inside quarters and stuff if you're, say, going to, south or west crevasse, but yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing as hell.
100% comfortable. Like, it's 100% comfortable.
This is part of the reason why.
Say that. I'm talking with my hands. And
Why?
my
Yeah.
friends are upsetting.
This is part of the reason why it's set up the way it is, with like an RA type figure who is technically the same level as you guys, but like a guide, because like the whole thing is so confusing that if you just bring people not from here and sort of plop them in a dorm by themselves, it's bad. It doesn't work out super well. So whenever possible, they like to have a native of the city there to sort of guide and help. And as you get closer to the Lester family compound, more people are popping up and say, "Trey, you look good in your Huyuk digs. Look at that fancy stuff. Trey, are those your guys? Is this your class? Are they your best friends now? Trey, introduce us." Just like
And
running.
Trey, I think possibly to the astonishment of some of you all, is yelling back shit like, "Fuck off! I have shit to do!"
But you make your way to Trey's family home and are greeted.
I imagine this whole exchange taking place in like a thick Boston accent.
Yeah, with Trey's parents, who are a tall and plump cow anomalous woman named Brenda Lester. Yeah, that was a coincidence, but and a dragonborn with sort of vestigial wings. Like, he probably can't fly, but he does have wings, and he's a red dragonborn who is the wisdom of Reuse Lester, or Wiz Lester. Brenda and Wiz.
Called The Wiz.
The Wiz.
The Wiz.
As you enter, you smell, delicious cooking smells, and yeah, tell us more about them, Alex. They say, welcome to our home. I hope, we prepared, this meal in hopes that the trials tomorrow will go well. If you're, a member of Trey's group, that makes you family. And they, sort of usher you into a dining room with a big arched ceiling and a big table. This is a table that's used to fucking huge ass family meals. Yeah, you want to take over, Alex, and describe it a little bit more?
The thing that happens is that Trey's mom, who I think is like taller than him still.
Yeah.
I don't think Trey is short by any means, but Trey's mom probably has a good 4 inches on him, and probably also a good 4 inches on her husband.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
She's just big.
She's large. She is a large lady.
I think if I were to make a character sheet for her, I would roll her. I would roll her as an orc. Yeah, giant woman.
And I don't think she is. I think like her. I think both her parents are human, but she's cow.
Well, they were probably dragonborn. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's all mixed up. Go on.
Well, I mean, Trey is technically human, so.
Yeah. Anyways, go on.
Anyway, she's large, and the first thing she does is hug him, and then poke at his face.
Mhm.
So, what'd you do to yourself now? And Trey says, Ma.
Does Michi say anything?
No. She doesn't look abashed at all, but she doesn't say anything either.
Olivine kind of glances from the Dragonborn to the Cow Lady to Lester, and sort of back between the three of them, like, one more time before, like, settling at looking at her feet again.
I think he would do before anything else is introduce everybody. Because he got their sheets, right? Like he got
Yeah,
like a bio.
Oh,
But
no.
he was very strict about the fact that it was confidential information and his parents could not look at it because they weren't their students, they were his students.
Yeah.
And so he gestures and he says, "Ma, this is Olivine and Esme and Michi and he's really excited. And he goes, and I had a surprise 4th student. We are so lucky. I cannot believe I got this lucky." And he said, "This is Stan."
Stan's like facing the wrong direction.
Why?
And then
Probably looking at something.
And then he's like, "You guys are gonna just fit right in here."
Camera zooms out, and we're all like clustered weirdly, very conspicuously not fitting in.
Right.
None of us actually looking at anyone paying attention to any of the right things we're supposed to be paying attention to. As Trey espouses our good qualities.
Thing though is that not only are Trey's parents there, but like several of Trey's older siblings have shown up, and everybody except Trey, except not actually, but everybody except Trey is anomalous. So like,
okay, so I know the Sibs names. There's Be a Refuge and twins Waste Not and Want Not, but what are they like?
That is amazing, Maria, the twins.
That's fantastic. You
Oh.
know, are they animal anomalous? Are they elemental anomalous? Like Epiphany, who, you know, out of character, is a cloud genasi, but in universe, she is what is considered an elemental anomalous.
Whoa.
Right, so there's animal anomalous, elemental anomalous, and then sort of miscellaneous anomalous who just have random sort of features and can't be quite so easily categorized like Trey. So what are the 3 Sibs, the twins and Be a Refuge like?
I think the twins are both animal anomalous. And
Okay, what animal?
Well, see, that's where things get tricky.
I think the twins are probably both like probably, oh gosh, kind of animal are they anomalous? Like buffalo anomalous?
Oh, that's cute! Oh, they're big. They're also big.
They're also big. They have horns, and he says, "That's my sister, Wani, and that's my sibling Wasi."
Ooh. And they're like, "Try!" And they fucking like pound you on the back. Like both of them, they're jocks. They're dumb jocks. It's me. I decided.
Trey's getting trampled.
And then Trey's 3rd sibling is, I think, adopted. Not that this is necessarily obvious.
Okay, are they elemental anomalous or animal?
They might be elemental. I don't know that much about the Genasi. Like when you're like they're Genasi, but here I don't know what that means.
That's
so
fine.
If I
Don't worry about it.
Elemental anomalous, you're gonna have to fill in. But I think they're elemental.
The Genasi are like related to planar elementals. So like, you know, it's a person with fire hair or a person with water hair who's kind of sweaty all the time. Or
like fire hair.
Yeah.
Not as hulking as his siblings and mother. And kind of does look like his father in bearing, because I think his mom is like a very like large, loud lady, and his dad is a little more like calm.
Yeah, maybe he's a fire genasi, but he's got sort of some dragon type claws, maybe, and some pointy teeth, maybe. So he's got a little bit of dragonborn qualities as well, which is a complete coincidence because, as you say, this one's adopted. Because it's really common in Huyuk families, you know, if there's someone who needs care and who needs a family, they're just like, this is my kid now.
This
You
entire
know,
time,
um,
I've been waiting for a chance for Michi to be like, "You adopted choir boy?"
I think
And
Touche.
when you say that, Be a Refuge says, no, I'm adopted.
Michi's just what?
And they all kind of laugh and they say, welcome to Huyuk, dear. You know, families, you know, blood of the covenant is thicker than water of the womb. Your family is who you choose and who you choose to love and care for. And I think on that note, Brenda, I love, like, you know, the wisdom of refuse. Find treasure in, what is it? Treasure in
the discarded.
treasure in the discarded. Find treasure in the discarded. The wisdom of reuse. Be a refuge. Waste not, want not. And Brenda. And Brenda. And I think Brenda comes out with big platters of food. And I think you were all kind of expecting like traditional or seafood with lots of horrible things. But actually, I think Brenda has made an effort to make food that all of you, well, except for Stan, but that all of you will find familiar. So there's like a fish dish that Michi would be familiar with from Sufixi, and there is.
Man, I'm imagining like that Chinese style where they take like a giant flounder and like char roast it whole.
Yes.
On like a plate of lettuce.
Yeah. And, you know, some dwarvish food for Esme and some for Olivine and some elvish food for Esme. Like, just, you know, she put a lot of effort into making things that would seem like normal and familiar to you guys and not very much of the weird Orsi cuisine.
While she's doing this, oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, go for it.
While she's doing this, Trey leans over to Wasi and says, "Oh my God, there's only 3 of you? What did you fucking bribe the rest with?" And he's relieved because he was kind of expecting like 20 people.
Wasi leans over and says, "Candy and violence. Gotta have the carrot.
No.
You gotta have the carrot and the stick, little brother."
Trey high fives him.
So I guess
Michi is just transfixed by the fish.
yeah, I want you guys to all of you roll me a d20 for enjoyment of dinner.
Nice.
Well, yeah.
Oh, poor Stan.
Oops. Come on. Where's that slash mark? R. I can type. You know, I was already imagining Olivine enjoys the shit out of this because, like, yeah, she's technically dwarven, but she's also, like, poor swamp dwarf.
Yeah.
Her family wouldn't have been able to see a lot of the, like, food that, like, your average dwarf actually living within.
Right, this is fancy to what she is used to. This is like
telling a random French countryside person, "Oh, this is what you eat normally, right?" And like, there's a plate of like perfect Parisian croissants.
Yeah.
No, but this looks delicious.
Yeah, I feel that. I think this is interesting because Michi and Olivine and Esme are all like, holy shit, food. And Stan only got a 7. He's still sad. I'm very sorry.
No.
No?
Everything tastes wrong.
Oh. Everything. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, everything tastes not quite right.
Stan is the one that nobody was expecting, so like.
Yeah.
His family didn't know what kind of food to make for Stan.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
And I also, Trey wishes it was bugs.
Trey wishes it was,
Well, not only that,
really
but like, Trey is like Trey loves his family like a lot, but also they're kind of embarrassing, and also he's getting very interrogated. Like Trey's mom wants to know what happened to his head, and also was he eating right, and also how was the trip, and did he take all the things she suggested, and does he have enough clean underwear? And
Does he tell her what happened to his head?
no, why would he?
Is Michi too busy stuffing her face?
I think if Michi heard her name, she would perk up. Like if she, but no, she's absolutely just eating with atrocious table manners.
And Trey's siblings are just like giving him shit about things like Trey is just like, oh my god, I'm so excited to be away from my family for a little bit.
How I want to say Esme got a 19, so you know, and she's really into food. Hi, how do you feel about Brenda Laster? Let's talk about this for a minute.
Much improved, A. B, you can believe she's like analyzing everything going into her mouth and like jotting things down in a notebook as she's eating. Like she's taking tips off this lady.
That's fantastic. So,
Like I can even imagine her like asking the occasional question like, "Oh, did you put nutmeg in this?"
I think Brenda is hype. Brenda is like, this is my child now.
No, Brenda is definitely like, she respected Trey's insistence on the privacy of files and blah blah blah. But now Brenda's like, I'm gonna find out if this child is adoptable.
I think she will be pleasantly surprised to find out she is not.
So, how obvious is Stan's discomfort and displeasure?
Good question. Should I roll?
Yeah.
Stealth?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on if you think Stan would be actively trying to hide their discomfort at food, or if it's just sort of
a general D20.
I guess the rest of you roll perception to see if you notice that Stan is
quietly trying not to make a face.
Where is
what?
I'm trying to. I clicked. Oh, here we go. I gotta go to my regular.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Wow.
This is on brand.
This is very on. This is profoundly on brand. Yeah.
She's just like fish.
Not having enough time to really like set any of her random plants aside. Her first thought would be like she'd think that like Stan has a stomachache or something, and she hands him like some peppermint leaves or whatever like the in-world equivalent is that.
Sure, that's fine.
I think Trey is super worried that Stan doesn't feel welcome enough and is maybe homesick, and like Trey is just like, oh no, we didn't prepare enough for him. We didn't know he was coming. Maybe there was a miscommunication. They think like,
oh no. Oh my goodness. And Michi's stuffing her face.
Probably wouldn't pick.
I mean, even
just like wiping her hands on the tablecloth. Just being an overall goblin. Michi, that's goblin behavior.
I mean,
like, they're so used to adopted kids. Like, I don't think anybody finds Michi's behavior weird, or like.
That's
hysterical. Like, they've adopted a lot of street kids. Hi, baby.
Speaking of adopted.
Yeah, I think probably, well, okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll a straight D20 plus 1 for Trey's parents.
Well, and I don't know, that's up to Casey how Stan would respond to having peppermint leaves knit to them.
Probably they just eat it and make it. Oh my god!
Parents don't notice shit. They're too busy. They're too busy.
If you have like
And
8, 12 people they're trying to keep track of in the room.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but Stan accepts the peppermint leaves and just pops it into their mouth, and they eat it and make a face, and then just keep eating sadly. Sadly, just like making like a face, but not meaning to. Like when have you ever like bitten into like mac and cheese and been like, I know what mac and cheese tastes like, and then you eat it and it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
pretty much like all that happened whenever I was at Girl Scout camp, because like,
Yes!
oh my gosh,
You too.
full cooked food at Girl Scout camp is like the worst. I remember the jelly being the very worst thing. Is they had this strawberry jelly that was like if it was like if you took Jello but made it with too much water.
Ugh.
Absolutely no texture, no seeds, no nubbins, no nothing.
I don't like that.
It was so smooth, and it tasted like a bucket of jellified corn syrup with dye and the smallest hint of strawberry Kool-Aid.
Thanks, I hate
And
it.
that's what they
So
expected
seen right
you to
now.
eat on like PBJs.
Ugh.
I feel so seen right now.
Me too. It's such a Girl Scout camp experience that's so weirdly universal. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, I know exactly what you're talking about with Scout camp food. We managed to burn spaghetti one time as a Scout troop. It was wild.
Oh.
I feel like I dodged a bullet.
The only
You
camp
did,
food I had was church camp food, and it was delicious.
Yeah,
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 because
no,
that's
church
church
camp
food.
food.
Seems to be a weirdly
It's church
universal
potluck
experience.
food, but
Church camp
outside.
foods are actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, the food at our church camp fucking slapped.
I remember the funny thing was every now and then they would get name brand cereal, and you could tell, and it would get scarfed in like a hot minute.
So fast.
Have,
You
like,
get like
off-brand
Cheerios and it was
Cheerios.
gone within the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, moving on. You know, finally, you guys eat dinner and you head back to your dorm, and you're all, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to rush us towards some action because I feel bad that there has been literally no action so far, but we're getting there. Huyuk trials. It's gonna be fun. And hopefully,
Time. I don't think you need to worry.
okay.
Well, I mean,
I
Alan
was
has a
actually-
bedtime.
I was actually gonna say that having noticed this, we don't need to do it right now, but Trey would definitely. Oh my God, Theta. Trey would definitely, at some point, try and get Stan alone and be like, "Are you okay?"
Oh,
Like-
oh no, oh no.
Conversely, like Olivine also is trying to like get a chance to ask Stan a question, but she's still stuck on like she thinks the food is like not what Stan can eat, so she's like trying to get a moment to be like, what do you eat? She's like, is meat bad? Only vegetables?
Yeah,
No,
she's like, does your tummy hurt? Do you need something else?
Here's the thing, Stan is definitely eating. It's just every time they take a bite, it's like making a small face. And it's like, it's not meant to be rude, and it is definitely like involuntary.
Yeah, no, I've seen you do
But
this.
they're eating. Stan is eating.
Anyways, you get back to the dorm.
Actually, I've seen both you and Aaron do this.
Rude. I've never had a problem with food. How dare you insinuate such things? No. Yeah, no. I'm on the autism spectrum. I have a lot of. Yeah, food's hard. Food's hard for me. I definitely, if something is slightly different, my brain's just like, no, this is wrong and we can't eat it now. Or, you know, sometimes I'm like, oh man, I'm so hungry for this thing, and I take one bite and brain's like, no, sir. No more eating for you. It's very rude. So I feel this in my bones. But, you guys make it back to the dorm, and you are getting ready to go to sleep. Stan, do you let either Olivine or Trey get a moment alone with you?
Nope. I was the kid that was able to avoid every single one of the counselors.
I think there needs to be a contested role here.
I don't know what that would
Fair.
be though. Someone help me out
Like
here.
maybe just a regular D20. Like we all roll a D20. If we roll higher than Stan, we would like.
You
I'm
corner
honestly
the
willing
fucker.
to say that Olivine would just lose that because Olivine, like the second a door even got closed in her face or like Stan even lifted a hand, Olivine would just back off and look very flustered.
All right, let's just do Trey.
Trey would be persistent because he feels like it's his job. Like
I-
he's meant to be people's emotional support. Like this is genuinely why he's been sort of hired.
I think Trey should make a persuasion roll.
Yeah, Trey, make a persuasion roll with advantage because of your background with lots of different kinds of kids and adopted kids.
Stan's 14,
what?
though.
That's a kid.
Do
I know you're only 20, but as an adult, 14 is a whole ass child.
I know. I want to punt them into the sun. Anyway.
roll with advantage?
Yeah. Just roll again.
Okay.
Well, you fail. So
Stan does the thing of disappearing into the crowd of kids, and you're not able to single them out because they're in the middle the entire time.
Yeah, he doesn't like obviously like be like Stan, come to my room. We need to talk. Like he doesn't want to put him on the spot.
yeah, and
He's just like
yes.
Also, it is entirely possible that if Casey keeps rolling low on Stan being sad, like Trey at this point, like I think it'd be harder for Stan to hide it once Trey's looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna say in character, Trey's now watching Stan, and Casey is gonna have disadvantage on any further deception rolls about their feelings, basically, because Trey is watching for it. But you all go to bed. Stan, once you're also I'm gonna say the bunk beds do have a little like privacy curtain. Just because, privacy. It's good for you. So once everybody is in bed, does Stan open his package and the note from his daddies?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so inside the package, there is a black tunic with leggings but no shoes because Stan doesn't wear shoes. But a black tunic, leggings, and the same tabard and hood as the rest of the acolyte students, and there's also a pin for the hood, like a cloak pin, that is like a shining black obsidian feather. And then there is a note, and it says, "Dear Stan, we miss you so much already. We missed you so much that we forgot to give you the right clothes. I know you like your clothes, but it's important for you to try to fit in with the other students. We miss you very much, and we're always thinking about you. Love, Corky and Loom, your daddies. P.S. The cloak pin is from Loom. He wants you to look as handsome as possible."
Fuck. Gonna guilt me into wearing the fucking clothes. Rude.
I wanna draw Stan in the uniform. I made a school arc with uniforms. You gotta wear it.
Wait, guys, my dinner is here, so I gotta take a brief.
It seems like it'd be a perfect break time because I also need a little snack.
Yeah, so
also-
I would like to clear the remains of my prior snack off of my desk.
So take 10.
Yeah.
Yippity doodle.
All right. Yay.
Yay. Make me wear the uniform thing.
I mean, you could always just wear the uniform wrong, like Michi does.
Yeah, I know.
You can just be the Michi protagonist who's like modding her uniform on the sly between classes.
I mean, we did that. I had I sewed my own pockets into my skirt when I was in grade school.
That's smart. I never had school uniforms that needed occasion, so
Oh no, they did have pockets on the outside, but not on the inside.
whack, that's a whack. I'm talking wop, 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 that's now from the top, make it drop, that's a whack, that's a whack. Now get a bucket and a mop, that's a whack, that's a whack. I'm talking wop, 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 that's a whack, that's a whack. Macaroni in a pot, that's a whack, that's a whack, huh? Now from the top, make it drop, that's a whack.
Yeah.
Mines? Well, it was already mined out.
um. Oh. I still have a little bit of mac and cheese.
Cool, because I have a lot of my grilled chicken and rice.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Oh, did you miss my like straight up bragging about this dinner, Aaron?
Yeah, I did. What kind
That
of?
was obnoxious, so it's probably for the best.
No, you weren't. I actually asked you.
Well, if Aaron wants to know, it's chicken thighs marinated in a coconut curry and then grilled with peanut dipping sauce
Oh my god.
and cranberry walnut rice.
Oh shit. I have macaroni and cheese Jamie made yesterday.
At like 3
That's
a.m.
also delicious.
All right. So, is there anything anyone wants to do before I move us along to the next morning and the trials?
Michi snores. Just want to establish that.
Anne doesn't care. You are very lucky.
Nope. Is everybody back?
I believe so.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Good. Ah! Ah!
Ah!
Ah!
Caca!
No, that's later.
Excuse me.
Caca!
Oof.
You know something I don't know?
All right. So,
Please.
the next morning, you guys are led to, well, the next morning, first of all, the person who comes to meet you is once again Epiphany Blue. And, you know, she is all smiles and good cheer. You have a sneaking suspicion that she might be a morning person. Oh wait, you know what we should do? Real quick, is get Esme's,
Esme needs spells.
yeah, Esme needs spells. So let's just take a minute to,
Spoilers.
let's just take a minute to, hey guys, mac and cheese broke my brain. Mac and cheese broke the shit out of my brain. I have no idea what's going on. Let's take a minute to,
Cheese is breaking my brain. Cheese driving me insane.
I'm kind of imagining that Erin's brain has been replaced with my cat Charlie, who is currently chasing her tail in a circle.
I'm doing a bad job at trying to make the Rabbit Junk song Bits and Razors about mac and cheese instead.
It was
and it's not
beautiful.
working.
It was so, no, it was working. It was beautiful. I was moved.
Okay, so
I don't know if
Esme's a
you'd be
druid,
moved
right?
if you heard the original song.
No, warlock, cleric.
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 Esme's a cleric?
Yeah.
Oh.
Endless
That's good.
cleric.
That's very good.
We need one of those.
On the other
I
hand,
feel like at some point,
yeah.
Trey is like, you need a weapon, Esme. You know that a knife that you cook with in the kitchen can also be used to stab people. Maybe we should get you a dagger.
And she just holds up the dagger that she has.
All right. Well, I guess.
Casey did in fact equip me with the dagger that I knew I had.
All right. Well.
So, clerics also start with either a mace or warhammer,
Oh my god.
a light crossbow,
A light crossbow might be good.
Yeah, no, Esme doesn't really have the arms for a mace.
No.
Oh, I said and,
Well, I could-
not or.
Although, question, could I use a meat tenderizing hammer and count that as a mace?
Hell
Yes.
yeah, you can. Hell yeah, you can. Yeah, so both. So you also get a light crossbow and a mace, aka a meat tenderizer, because I fucking love the flavor of that. That's fucking good.
Do you already have armor equipped?
Oh, that's a maybe.
I know Stan has chainmail, which I think he's still wearing underneath his uniform. We won't talk about the logistics of it.
You're
Um,
so angry
normal.
about that, aren't you?
Tabards go.
It's a tube top.
Oh.
It's a tube top chainmail.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a chainmail tube top.
I hate it, but we're just gonna let it go. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Lum and Koriki gave you some new chainmail that is a shirt. That's like a regular.
Absolutely not. That is not canon. You're wearing a chainmail tube top under the robes, and you know it.
Okay,
But a
okay.
chainmail tube top doesn't protect a lot of really vital arteries.
It really does not. I'm gonna pretend in my heart that it's regular chainmail that Koriki and Lum gave Stan because the other one hurts me.
Okay.
How does it stay up?
Don't
Anyway.
worry about it.
Ah!
Any rules.
So clerics can also be proficient in light and medium armor. So you can choose leather armor or scale mail for your starter.
I would
Okay.
say light makes more sense.
I think so.
Yeah, I agree.
So did we add the okay, I'm gonna go over to the compendium and get one crossbow.
Wizards are squishy and don't have armor, right?
Correct.
Because they're nerds.
Yep. Too nerdy to bother with armor. Armor's for jocks.
Oh wait, that was a proficiency. That wasn't the there we go. Light crossbow and mace.
And then you start knowing 3 cantrips.
Yes, I think I have those listed. I think
Yeah,
those
you
actually carry
you
over
do.
to, like,
You've got all your spells and
Okay,
cantrips.
you've got your spells and cantrips.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Is everybody else good?
I'm ready. I don't have armor. Being a monk.
I'm ready.
Didn't enjoy
SpongeBob is a cleric.
SpongeBob's a cleric. Oh, no.
SpongeBob is a warlock. Mr. Krabs is his patron.
No. That's true.
And then he's taking multi-class training in monk from Sandy.
Stop. I hate it.
I love it.
I'm the one person in the world who didn't like SpongeBob, so this has no meaning for me.
That is
I
fine.
didn't say I like SpongeBob. I just said this is hilarious.
Squidward is obviously a bard. Bard with the lowest charisma ever.
A bard that has a disadvantage in charisma somehow.
Yes.
All right.
Patrick, get all the charisma.
Definitely not. No.
I feel
There isn't any charisma in the SpongeBob universe. No one has any.
no one has
No,
it.
no. Mr. Krabs hasn't
No.
acted out, but never acts like it.
Mm-hmm.
And Plankton has a high charisma score but keeps botching his rolls.
Yeah. Plankton just has a slightly imperfection dice, so he rolls a lot of nat ones. his dice is misweighted.
Okay, final observation before I move on from this. Patrick,
All right.
definitely low intelligence to high wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, all right,
Okay,
okay.
anyway, go.
We're not going to use character tokens and the map for battles today because I like to fudge it. like I just think I mean we can do it next time if you guys would prefer, but I like to describe the battle arena and then have you guys describe what you do. I just think it's more fun with imagination, and then and also I didn't do those things. So hi guys, it's me. I'm prepared. I've always been prepared. Don't worry about it. I'm really glad that there's none viewers.
None viewers with left beef.
None viewers with left beef. It's the
Lucky
title
for
of...
you, Aaron. I think we're kind of all here for the roleplay and mechanics. Well, they're secondary for me.
I don't know. Once monks start advancing, distance from varying opponents does become kind of important for how the mechanics work.
Okay, but y'all are level 1.
Yeah.
So,
No, I'm good for today.
Okay, so Annie...
Yeah, no, you're not at Twilight level.
So Annie Blue shows up at your door looking cheerful and sunny. Her cloud hair looking just poofy and like the nicest, sunshine day with poofy white clouds. She just looks friendly and she says, "Well, are you ready to take the Huyuk trials and begin your lives as acolytes, my children?"
What?
I don't know what anyone else does, but Olivine, looks around at the rest of the party with a look on her face that, if anyone can understand, is just that look of, I don't know what the trials are, and did anyone even give me a choice? I don't know.
Oh, well, I will say that, except for Stan, probably. Stan has no clue what the fuck's going on. But except for Stan, the people at your respective Huyuk, where you were before, would have sort of described the trials. There's like a fighting component and a puzzle component, usually, and then you pray at the obelisk, overnight to receive, inspiration or some shit. And that process was at least described to you a little bit. It's up to you how much your character was paying attention or processing. But aside from Stan, you were all informed of the trials. They have to make sure that you are ready. Ready to go out into the world and help solve problems.
Trey is totally solemn and serious about this.
Mm-hmm.
Super serial.
Yes.
Sorry, what?
Yes. Okay.
Super cereal.
Yes.
Did anyone make tea?
Yeah, I mean there would have been stuff for tea and
Okay, good.
probably not.
Probably
Yeah. Yeah, Alex?
I was gonna say there was probably Trey's mom sent you guys home with breakfast foods like pre-prepared buns that have eggs and meat in them and
Yeah.
Trey's mom probably sent everybody home with breakfast.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's tea.
Aww.
There's not coffee because coffee is a rare commodity, and if you want such a thing, you will have to go to the market and purchase it yourself at an exorbitant rate.
Are there cocoa leaves?
Yeah, totally.
Where's my leaves? I need my leaves.
Yeah, so she leads you.
That's literally high on crack.
Only a little high on
Is it
crack.
crack that you smoke? You smoke crack?
No, she's absolutely chewing cocoa leaves, though. She's a cocoa leaf habit.
Don't do cocaine in our D&D session, please.
Cocoa leaves are not cocaine.
What are they?
I mean,
explain.
Cocaine is made of cocoa leaves,
Okay.
but it's significantly less.
It's like a mild stimulant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michi is not Dr. Roxo over here.
No.
No, it's
They're
like
equivalent
It's my
to, like,
understanding that
caffeine.
in its leaf form, it's about a comparable stimulant to a really strong yerba mate brew or a strong coffee.
okay.
Gotcha.
So it's yeah. These leaves are
Mildly
pretty.
addictive, yes.
These leaves are available. I kind of feel like they came from your own supplies, Michi.
Oh yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure that Huyuk would supply that the way they would supply just like tea.
No, and I haven't found a hookup yet.
Oh no. Well, we'll have a market adventure after at some point. Yeah, how is Stan doing this morning?
What do you want? Get out of here.
Stan's doing just fine. I mean, they had to remember not to leave without putting the weird garments on. Sorry, Angus wanted to come in my room and now he wants out.
Yeah, that's Angus.
So
For ya.
I fed all three of you fuckers. Go lay down.
Stan's okay with being an early riser because they're used to that, and they definitely are wearing the outfit and the pin. So.
Oh, you look so handsome. Not you. You're very ugly. Sorry, Ike's here being like, no one's ever loved me. No one's ever loved the puppy.
I definitely
Okay,
didn't just have
so yeah, okay, so I'm gonna describe, there is, a structure, sort of around the base of the obelisk that's like, you know, platforms and stairs, and it sort of goes down into buildings on top of the
Cliff?
yes, yeah. And it all sort of goes up in around the obelisk. And Annie leads you to a chamber very close to the obelisk, but in one of the caverns. And there is a doorway into a wide room with a sort of arched ceiling that's fairly close to the surface. And she says, now it's time for your trials. Let me introduce you to the team that will assist you with your first trial, which is the combat trial. We make sure to do this trial because as acolytes of Huyuk, one of the things that you'll do is be sent out on missions to help settlements, cities, and small towns solve problems that no one else will solve. So it's important that you all have the skills necessary to defend yourselves against anything that will happen.
Hang on, I'm gonna give Ike a chewy or something.
Sure, okay.
Because
Yeah,
I can't
he's-
focus with him trying to tip my laptop off my lap onto the floor.
Yeah, that's no
Animals
good.
are getting antsy.
I know, Charles is circling around my plate, sniffing the chicken.
Charles,
Yeah.
no.
That's what he wanted.
You just put him out?
Yep.
Alright, well, here's Angus.
Hello, I fed Angus too.
Alright. So, you are introduced to oh boy. Oh, yeah. Some Leaves in Hot Water definitely helped me name some of these NPCs, which, hey, Some Leaves in Hot Water, often helps me to build my games. He is Chaos Incarnate. He missed out on his, true calling of being, one of the builders of the Hunger Games. And he's always giving me fun ideas and fun names for NPCs. So you meet four people, and they have little Huyuk uniforms with the hood and tabard, and they are red, blue, green, and yellow. And they are about the size of goblins or kobolds, so they're just little guys. And I will say, out of character, they are rolled as 2 kobolds and 2 goblins. And they're sort of gathered in a group, laughing and talking. And as you come up, they sort of separate, and they introduce themselves. One of them says, "My name's Del Chili," and he is a goblin, except he just looks like a little monkey. He's an animal anomalous. All 4 of them are animal anomalous. and they are Del Chili, a little monkey, Rickspert, a little fox, Ron Miller, a little frog, and Siesnomo, a little horny toad, which is actually a lizard. You're making a face.
Is that not common knowledge?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. And they're all sort of talking and laughing, and they say, "Howdy, we're here to test your skills of combat. That's our job, and when don't worry about us, cause we'll be healed just as soon as we go down, so don't hold back. We work great as a team."
Michi looks at Epiphany and is like, "We're fighting them?"
Annie says, "Oh ho ho, don't underestimate them. They're tough, and they've been testing new recruits for years here. They're a very important part of our organization."
I could pick one up and punt it.
They laugh and
Familiar
they
with them?
say that again, Alex.
Is Trey familiar with them?
Oh yeah, Trey knows these guys. This is their job, is to be a part of the Huyuk trials, and a part of the Huyuk combat trial. And they're well known.
Has Trey gotten his ass kicked by these guys before?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
this Trey's first try at the trial?
Well, no, Trey hasn't done the trial yet, but
Okay.
he has done some practice training with them. And
Trey in the trial? Sorry, Aaron.
yeah, Trey is in the trial. Yep.
Well, no. What I was gonna say is, because we were saying that Trey had been on a mission before, but I think there's an actual age cutoff of you have to be 14 and above to actually enter the trial.
Yeah.
And so Trey did the rest of the mission stuff, but he kind of he sat out the trial.
Yeah.
He wasn't old enough.
Yeah.
And I think if you're born in the city in the Huyuk, there's sort of an understanding that if you want to, you can decide you want to be more of a mentor and delay your trial.
Yeah.
Because they need these sort of mentor students.
But they also, want it to be a cohesive unit. So they want you guys to take the trial together.
Exactly.
And, they also don't want younger people born here to lock themselves into being a Huyuk Acolyte too early if that's not really what they want. If they wanted to go off and become an artisan or a trader or a sailor or whatever, myriad other professions.
Old families.
Yeah, so Del Chili the monkey says, "Oh, hello, Trey. It's finally time for your trial. I can't wait to test you in battle." And he does a little 1-2 punchy motion. And
Michi
they all
laughs at him. It's like, ha!
he winks at Michi. Anyways, so you guys go into the arena. It's a big room carved into the stone with a wide arched ceiling. Probably the size of a gym. Someone give me a number.
Of what?
How
4.
big it is. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, Alan. How many feet a gym would be? What's the
No, it's
It would
tall
be 4.
or
wide?
I don't know, 200 feet.
Yeah, it's 200 feet.
480s. No, it isn't. It's 450s.
It's 4. Alan, I really appreciate your willingness just to go with it. You're a treasure.
I'm sorry.
Oh wow, I was way off.
How
That's 4
high school basketball
That's terrible.
court should be 50 by 84 feet.
Yeah, it's about that size.
Okay.
Just just to give us an idea of so it's I'm gonna say it's like 100 feet by 100 feet, so it's really twice as big
Okay.
as like a high school gym. There's some rocks and other things to hide behind, and just before you start, um,
I mean, for like visual comparison, your average like seat on TV football field is about 100 long, or sorry, 300 feet long, so it's 100 yards. And
yeah,
yeah, basketball court's not anywhere near that big. Like it's probably about half to a quarter that size.
yeah.
So that's a lot more.
So it's in between those two sizes. Um,
So a European football size.
yes, yeah,
Or Canadian arena football.
right, yeah. Okay, so I would like everyone to roll initiative. And I am. Oh no. Oh, Stan.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Stan.
Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez, guys.
Initiative. Where's initiative?
Oh no.
At the top above your hit
Where's
points.
Yeah,
initiative?
how do we play this game?
Oh,
We
there it is.
all.
Not
Word your
super.
Well,
Olivian's not super excited to be in this fight anyway. So this makes sense in character.
I have no
Reluctant.
in-character reason for Stan.
Wait. Find initiative.
On your sheet,
Hey, guys, please tell me.
of your hit points, please
There we
hit
go.
the word initiative. You just click on it.
Above where?
Your hit
So
points.
is mine Dex?
It's
So it's
Yes.
+2.
Yes.
it's close
I'm-
to the top of the. It's close to the top of the sheet.
Also, dang, what the heck stat is giving Esme like +4 to initiative?
Initiative.
All right. So for the Shorty Squad, which is what they're called now. So for Shorty Squad, I am gonna roll 2 initiatives. I am gonna roll them basically as the 2 who are rolled as goblins and the 2 who are rolled as kobolds. So that's gonna be. Nope. Oh, geez. Yeah, they're the same.
Oh, I see.
Oh boy. Oh, geez. All right. So, let me get this order written down.
Those two guys are so goddamn the same person. You say to them, you want ice cream? Both of them say yes.
What?
Another
Alan!
deep cut.
Alan! Hey, Casey, why'd you roll initiative twice? Both were real bad.
I was trying to find it on her sheet and I accidentally clicked it. Ignore the second one.
Okay.
First one goes.
Okay.
Wait.
Unfortunately, Casey, I don't think it matters. Oh no, it does because of C. Oh
No.
boy.
I don't see Casey's second one. I only see
Me.
one.
G. Trey. God, brain, come on. You can do this.
Come on, brain, do the thing. Come on, brain, be so smart.
Think of things. Be so smart.
SMRT. SMRT.
Do we need to get Garo some like coffee or something?
Maybe. And then
Too early in the evening for.
Some coca leaves.
I don't need some coca leaves. And Stan goes last.
No.
Yeah.
No, C goes last.
No, Stan goes last.
Stan's a lower number
Stan
than
rolled a
mine.
4, C rolled a 3.
Stan rolled a 2.
Where?
Up above. Stan was the very first to roll.
Oh, there it is.
Very first roll, very last to go.
Yeah, I'm assuming Casey just hit initiative again to show people where it is.
That was an accident.
Yeah, so Del Chili and Rixpert go first. Oh, Del Chili and Rixpert. What good boys. So they are sort of arranged on the other side of the room from you guys, sort of spaced apart. The goblins next to each other on the right, the kobolds next to each other on the left. Each of them is about 30 feet away from you, and spread apart like, with 10 feet in between each of them. Del Chili, the monkey, goes first, and he makes a ranged weapon attack at Michi, because she was being such a sassy little
Such a sassy little pumpkin.
just such a sassy little so-and-so.
That's a little sausage.
I'm gonna assume that misses.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a tad.
So the arrow flies past you, and Rixpert shakes his head, Rixpert the fox, and he also decides to shoot at Michi, because again, she was being a little so-and-so. And he also shoots a bow.
That also misses.
Alright. So now it is someone else's turn.
Mine.
Yeah, it's Michi's turn. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Alright. Michi's hype. Just a little bit feral looking.
She did get the highest initiative. She's fucking ready to go.
You wanna dance, monkey boy? Let's dance! And she's gonna just take a fucking running jump kick at Del Chili. And
Then misses. Well, no,
I
that's
haven't
me.
rolled yet.
Oh, yeah. Don't hurt, but she still misses. So Del Chili rolls out of the way, real
Monks
quick.
get 2 attacks.
Oh.
So, I think she's gonna spin, and she actually draws her sword now
Oh no.
and takes a swipe.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that hits. That hits. Roll damage.
All right.
Damn. And
that doubles the roll damage, right? Because it's crit.
Yeah. Well, Del Chili's down. Del Chili's dead. Del Chili's not dead.
No, Chili's not.
Del Chili's not dead.
Nah, she hit with the hilt. She knows she's not supposed to kill anyone.
I mean, it doesn't matter because there's a healer.
Yeah,
You know,
but still,
A healer.
I'm making that as a character decision too.
Okay,
'Cause
so it is.
If you remember, it's
Yeah.
got like the full hand guard,
Yeah.
sort of like a giant trench knife.
All right, so Del Chili is out. Goodbye, little monkey friend. Next in the order is Trey.
I think Trey's gonna do Firebolt.
All right.
At whoever's closest to him.
It can be. There is still the fox, the frog, and the horny toad. So it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. You
No,
pick.
I'm gonna do it at the fox.
Oh, okay. All right, that hits. Roll damage.
You're gonna have to remind me of how. Oh, how do I roll damage?
Casey, did you make macros for damage for everyone?
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
So there should be 2 fire bolts. Yeah, it's bolt damage. It's right under firebolt.
Oh, okay. So I can click that.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you, Casey.
All right. So yeah, Del Chili, not Del Chili.
Del Chili
Rixpert. Del Chili's out. Rixpert takes some fire damage, but is still standing. And next in the order is Esme.
So I just attack one of them.
Yeah.
All right. Remind me their names again.
Del Chili, Rixpert.
Del Chili's out.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
Del Chili's out though.
Del
Okay.
Chili's out. Ron Miller the Frog and C.S. Numo the Horny Toad.
I hate all
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for Ron Miller because he's kind of the outlier there.
Yeah, he's a little green frog, you know, like the typical green frog with the right belly.
With the little green frog, hop hop. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Waves his arms around.
Gonna just kind of take out that meat tenderizer with a bit of a flourish and
Woo-hoo-hoo!
take a swing. Oh.
And he does a little hop right out of the way.
No.
And he
Yes,
grins
he
at
does.
you. Next in the order is the kobolds. So it's actually Ron Miller's turn. And Ron Miller is going to run up and attack Esme with a dagger.
Oh no.
Run it up, bitch.
As a 14 hit.
It does not.
Oh, well, you dodge out of the way.
Clerics are beefy.
So, then, the last one, C.S. Numo, is also going to run up and, well, nope, C.S. Numo is also going to take out their bow and attack Michi to avenge, Del Chili.
That's valid.
It's actually a sling.
Ooh.
Wait, are all of these guys named after hot peppers?
No.
No.
Okay. I was like, wait, some of them sound like pepper names.
No.
There's a pepper called Ron Miller. But now there really should be.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that
There is a lot of
misses.
weird pepper names out there. It wouldn't surprise me.
Very sad. My team is not rolling well at all.
I don't think it's sad.
Yeah, so he uses a sling and hurls a rock at Michi, but it misses. So next in the turn order is Olivine, I think. Pretty sure. I have too many sticky notes, y'all.
Olivine and Stan, that's the last two.
Alright, so it's Olivine's turn.
So let's see. One guy taken out by Michi.
Mm-hmm.
One guy leapt at Michi. The other two, one of them was doing archery, still in the initial spot. The other one went for Esme.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm engaged with the frog.
How far apart is everybody?
Probably like 20 to 30 feet apart.
Okay then. Olivine's gonna run to the kind of midpoint of everyone. And she's just gonna do Thunder Wave.
Oh shit!
Oh jeez.
Yeah, no, that's a druid spell as well. I couldn't help myself.
That's great. Are we including friendly fire?
No, we're not including friendly.
Oh.
Oh, I guess we will. We are including friendly fire. So, make that roll.
Well, I think part of the way I'm trying to remember, Thunder Wave is weird. I think enemies roll to avoid it. If I remember how it goes, let me.
Yeah, I want to say it's a Constitution save.
All right.
Ground types are immune to it, and if it hits, it paralyzes.
Wrong game.
Wait, what?
There's also a Pokemon move called Thunder Wave.
Oh, you snark. Each creature in a 15-foot cube.
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving roll.
So what is your spell save DC?
Spell save is.
Yeah, I think they both failed. They got a 9 and a 7 respectively. So, I think all 3 of them failed.
13. Sorry,
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
at an entirely wrong part of the sheet for it. So yeah, then yeah, they
Everybody else roll con save too, though.
Yeah, we're doing.
nice. So
Oh, nice.
I think it's an at or above.
Yeah, it's an at or above. Tie goes to the roller.
Okay, we're just missing Alan for a con save. Alan, you still with us?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Was there something I was meant to do?
Yeah,
Con
you
save.
need to roll a con save.
Right, sorry.
That's okay. It's a day. Yeah, okay, so the party succeeds, but all of the enemies fail. That's nice. That's great.
Yay.
Roll the damage.
2d8 under damage. There we go.
Bless
Pardon me.
you.
My allergies are flaring up.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the rest of they all go down.
And we all take half.
Yeah, and the rest of you guys take 4 damage.
4.
Yep.
Yeah, there's half damage if you save.
So this
Wow.
it's
That-
That's a dangerous spell.
Oh, boy.
That a fail takes any damage.
No, I was just looking at it.
Okay.
Fail takes half, or success takes half.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Well,
Dangerous.
then I sure am glad it only took half, because that's half my HP.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that's a really dangerous spell around Trey. Because I only have 6 HP.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I only have 8.
But you guys have cleared the first trial, and none of you died.
I need to take my plate upstairs.
Okay.
Stan's
Yeah.
Ow! For the love of Lindeer Sloth! Come on!
How much damage did me? How much? Oh boy, I'm gonna check on everybody's HP here.
Stan basically gets knocked back by the force of the thunder wave.
No, you
and-
don't. Mechanically, you don't.
Oh, wait, what?
You saved.
If you save, you don't get pushed.
But it does the hit.
Yeah, you take the damage, but you don't get knocked back, because it has a mechanical knockback effect on a fail.
Justin, don't do a
Kind
hit.
of sad that they didn't get to do a thing.
Well, you have to follow the rules of the game, Casey, to an extent.
No, that.
No,
What?
Stan said that they didn't get to fight.
Oh, Stan's sad that they didn't get to fight. Oh, poor Stan. Stan didn't get to do a thing. Don't worry, there's still things. Don't worry, there's still things.
No, I'm using this potential for angst. Ugh, it's like you guys don't know me at all.
Oh, I know you wanted to get pushed back for angst.
Let me angst.
But
Don't worry about it, Pup. I can kick your ass later if you want.
I just okay, here's my thing about that is if something has a mechanical effect where it pushes you back, and you save against that, I can't let you just decide that it still pushes you back because it kind of breaks the game.
No, absolutely. The battle was over, though.
Trip because he was
Legitimately flavor text. None of this matters.
Okay. Bless you.
You know this.
I know. I do know.
Well.
He could fall to his knees.
I love that. I love it. Just trying to help. Whatever. No worky.
Get up, you're fine.
Alright, so at the other end of the chamber, a door opens, and, Annie sort of, you are supposed to proceed through the door. Do you do so?
Stan and said, "Don't worry. I can just tell that you're really tough, and you didn't need to show that to me. I can tell."
All right, Michi's going to look through the door before passing through it.
All right. So what you see in the next room, is 4 plinths. If I say that word, is that like a tall
Like a pedestal?
Yes. Yeah, 4 pedestals. And on the pedestals, 3 of the pedestals have statues, and they are statues of a little fox, a little monkey, and a little frog from left to right. So left to right, this is important. Remember this: left to right, fox, monkey, frog, empty. Okay.
Where's my sticky notes?
At the other end of the room, there is a tall mirror. And yeah, that is what you see.
Oh, I have too many sticky notes. Fuck.
And the mirror is essentially shaped like a doorway, and there is some text across the top of the room that reads, "Solve the puzzle to open the door." Essentially, probably sounds fancier than that, but
So we've got fox, monkey, frog, empty, and then we have a mirror.
mhm.
Have the guys we just fought like gotten help and gotten up yet? Like, are they still there?
No, they're yeah, they're fine. They've all been healed.
But are they still there?
No,
Okay.
no, they went off to get a drink, whatever, or do something, but they're not there.
Okay.
And they're little statues, like the size of like a drinking glass.
Yeah. So fox, monkey, frog, empty pedestal, mirror, says solve the puzzle. I feel like I missed a detail. Is there something else you said?
So, like, the lizard goes on the empty one, but there's no lizard.
Maybe.
Anyone know polymorph?
Sure don't.
Olivine kind of wanders over to look at her.
Look at the mirror.
Yeah.
Okay, so you notice something interesting about the mirror. Maybe perception? What should I do to inspect the mirror? Investigation. Investigation to inspect the mirror. Bless you. You're just having a time.
I am suddenly real bad.
15 investigation. Yeah, so what you notice is you look in the mirror and you see mirrored back are the 4 pedestals, but you notice 2 things. One, the 4th pedestal, which should be empty, has a lizard statue on it. But the other thing you notice is that, remind me what the order was.
It was fox, monkey, frog, empty.
In the mirror, it is frog, lizard, monkey, fox. Like it is a different arrangement.
Write this so I can physically see it because I'm not that good at picturing this. So
Yeah, do you want me to draw a picture of it?
okay, fox, monkey, frog, empty,
Mm-hmm.
mirror. But when you look in the mirror, it starts with the mirror, and then it goes. What does it go? It goes lizard. It goes
Jamie, what did I say? You wrote it down.
You said frog, lizard, monkey, fox.
Oh,
Yeah, Aaron's doing a draw.
mirror. The monkey and fox still like a mirror reflection flips everything. So are the monkey and fox still in like the places you would expect to see them in the mirror?
No.
And then the frog and lizard are okay.
Well, let me draw it out, just really quick.
Trey to investigate the little pedestals they're on.
Yeah, roll for that.
Did bad.
You don't notice anything about the pedestals.
Sure are pedestals.
Okay, Jamie, remind me.
Okay. Fox, monkey, frog, empty.
And then what was this?
Frog, lizard, monkey, fox.
Okay, let me get this into the Roll20 as quick as I can.
He does a mage hand and just gently lifts the fox figurine.
Yeah, it comes right off. It's not a problem. Is it just floating there? What do you do with it?
I think he sets it back down for now, but he's considering.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they're definitely movable.
Okay.
Hang on, I think I have an idea. And that's Michi in character. Am I doing a decent enough job with a character voice
Oh, yeah.
differentiation?
I think you are.
Tell.
Okay.
I'm not doing any job at all, so.
That's fine. But yeah, Michi's. Hang on, I have an idea. Pick up the fox again, Trey, and put it on the empty one.
Okay, so Trey does this.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for the
Yeah.
thing to pop in now, so we can all see it.
All right. Can all of you
Okay.
guys see that in the Roll20?
I can.
I probably can if I move things.
Okay, so you move the fox to the empty one?
Yep.
Shit, lights up!
Trey.
Now, take the frog,
Yeah.
put it in the new
Trey
empty
is
one.
nodding along. Yeah, Trey's nodding along, and he puts the frog on the new empty one.
Yep, it starts glowing.
Okay. And then Michi's gonna pick up the monkey herself and move it over so that it is also matching the reflection in the mirror.
Yep, yeah, it glows.
Now, where the fuck is the lizard? I'm gonna make an investigation check to look for the lizard.
Okay.
See if there's any, like, secret compartments or anything it could be, like, hidden behind or in. As soon as I get back to my character sheet. There we go. How is my investigation?
Ooh.
You don't find anything.
Can I? You know what? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Okay. Okay. I'm going to walk up to the currently empty pedestal, put my hand on there, and give this a shot.
Oh, that's a really interesting idea. It super doesn't work though.
Dang.
You know, you put a light there, but like it doesn't light up the way the others have.
Dang, okay. It's worth a shot. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Ignore that one.
Roll me another perception check to look around the room. I will also say the other room is still open, so you can still go back to that other room. You know, and there's like debris and rocks and stuff in there. Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, ignore that. I
Alan
clicked
said
that on
they
accident.
clicked that by accident.
Okay, so you guys start to look around the room, and what you find is debris. You find rocks, you find some dirt, you find some other trash. You know, you find just some interesting items.
I want to investigate the trash further.
It's trash.
I was thinking along Huyuk lines here. Like, Huyuks, we love our trash.
Can't say the world uses nothing but trash.
Is there anything roughly the same size or weight?
Yeah, I would say you find a couple of rocks of a similar size and weight, and a drinking vessel, like a little pot, of similar size. So you find a number of things that could be similar size and weight.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the drinking vessel. Is it dirty?
Nope. I mean, a little. It's
like it wouldn't.
It's
have,
like a clay. It's like a pottery drinking vessel.
Okay. Yeah, it's about the same size. Let's give it a shot. Maybe we can trick it. And goes and sets it on the pedestal.
Nothing happens.
She knocks it off.
It breaks. It shatters.
Size.
I will say also some of the dirt is it's pretty heavy. It's more like clay.
Trey looks around and asks if anybody brought a water skin.
Yeah, all of y'all have a water skin. That's just a standard.
So he pours it on the clay, and he picks it up, and he starts like forming it in his hands.
Yeah, roll me. Oh gosh, what's an art roll?
Dexterity?
Yeah, roll me a dexterity.
Trey, that looks like shit. Let me.
Anyone else want to help? Anybody else want to take the lump of?
I will absolutely help. Hold on. I can see what they're trying to do. Dex. Here we go. Oh, which one do I click if it's... Okay, I guess either.
Yeah, I don't really care. Oh, nice! Yeah, okay, so you take Trey's lump that might be a lizard if you squint, and Esme sculpts a very nice looking lizard that matches the lizard in the mirror. And you put it on the pedestal?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, the pedestal lights up, and the mirror swings open to reveal a door. You know, and, yeah, I just, you know, want to take a, you know, it's important for Huyuks is you make do. You use what you can find. It's a very important thing. So you move on, and behind the next doorway, there's actually,
Great, it's themed.
What?
I said great, it's themed.
It is. It is absolutely fucking themed. What did you think?
No, I knew.
Oh, I will say another piece of. Do you guys keep any of the trash you found? One thing that you found is you did find a big, like a sort of a cloth sheet, or maybe more like burlap, like a sack. But you find a big thing of cloth. And behind the doorway is a stairway that leads up onto the surface of the cliff. So it's outside, and you can see the sunshine, and it leads you up into an arena, and beyond the arena. You can see the obelisk rising impossibly tall into the sky. From this close up, it's much easier to see, the swirling clouds and mist inside the obelisk, and how unnaturally clear the glass-like material looks like it would be if there weren't these clouds inside. And it inspires awe. It is awesome. It is huge, and it is strange. And you see a big dirt arena, and in the dirt arena you see your 4 little friends, Del Chile, Rixper, Ron,
Howard.
not Ron Howard. It's very
Burgundy.
rude. What? Come on.
Ron Williams?
I think that was
Ron
Wilson?
Williams.
Ron Miller.
Ron Miller, and C.S. Numo. And they are surrounding and petting a large griffin. And they say, "It's time for you to do your job now, Arrow. And revenge us." And they all kind of laugh, because they've done this a million times. And really, it's better if they lose, because, they want the kids to succeed. But they clear out of the arena after waving to you guys and saying, and this beautiful griffin with, like a bald eagle head and lion tail in white and brown and gold, snaps its wings open and launches into the air. And I need you all to roll initiative again, please.
Gotta be shitting me.
Dang it. I really wanted to do the cast Speak with Animals if my initiative didn't suck so bad.
Yeah, I definitely would have wanted to use Mage Hands to pet it.
Pet the kitty. Pet the giant little kitty.
A giant flying kitty.
Yeah. I mean, they were petting it, and it was doing a real good cuddle on them. So, all right, I'm gonna roll initiative for Arrow.
Casey.
What the heck? Well, I guess Arrow goes last.
Yeah.
Oh, is Casey? No, Casey rolled initiative. Casey got a 16.
Oh, okay. I just got like an orange message and I didn't see what was above it.
Yeah, it says you wanted to send this result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid token was selected.
Please ignore that.
Yeah.
It has no bearing on the actual thing, and you can't see anybody else's, but we all have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time Esme goes first, and then Stan, and then
I imagine Stan is super hyped after getting
Michi,
their chance to shine. Nah.
and then Trey, and then Olivine, and then Arrow the Griffin. Alright, that's right, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right to me.
Alright, so Esme goes first. I would say that Arrow is flying above you, about 40 feet above you in the air.
Okay. They didn't really give us any instructions, so I'm just kind of.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you some instructions. Someone. Well, someone.
Del Chili seems to be the spokesman.
Del Chili. Well, I was gonna say that it's Annie. It's
Epiphany.
Epiphany. Yeah, Epiphany. Epiphany says, "Congratulations on clearing trials of strength and wisdom. This third trial is to subdue our friend here, and you may use either skill, strength or wisdom, using all of the tools you have at your disposal."
Okay.
Um, hey guys, I have a confession.
What's up?
I have to pee. So,
Okay.
I'll be right back, and you guys can confer about what you want to do about this round.
Okay. So,
Trey,
Is that it? I want to stupid animals at it so bad.
it does sound great.
Trey's rifling through his pockets looking for snacks that we could possibly
Trey
tempt him
does
with.
love them bugs, and griffins seem like they would also love big bugs.
What
That's
do
true.
eagles eat?
Eagles eat fish and
Mice mostly.
medium
I think.
mammals.
Yeah.
Did anyone bring the big cloth?
I think Trey grabbed it.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take an allergy pill.
Okay.
Yeah, no, do that.
Thank you.
Also, I only have 2 hit points, so I'd rather not fight it.
Yeah, Michi's also like, yeah, we really can't beat this thing in a fight.
Olivine's been looking like visibly like unsettled since the first room, and like now that there's like a pause, she just like kind of like ducks her head a bit and is like, "I'm so sorry, I hurt all you guys. I didn't know the spell worked like that. I've never used it around."
Alright, I'm back. Almost. I gotta put my headphones on.
It's like more words strung together than you've heard in the past week and a half.
Okay, so have you guys had a in-character discussion a little bit?
We're in the middle of it.
You're in the middle of it? Okay.
Slop, it's fine. We're fine.
And
We
Trey
won.
says, "That's why we have these trials. This is a safe place for you to use your magic and find out what happens. This would have been a lot worse if we'd been out in the world, but this is a perfect place for you to experiment and find out what happens. So you don't need to feel bad.
Try
That's the whole purpose of
not
this."
experimenting with electrocuting us again, though, please.
Technically, it does thunder damage, which I think is different than lightning damage.
It is, yes.
That's pedantic. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. D&D is made of
Aw.
pedantry.
I missed the pedantry because I was
Yeah,
putting the pill in my guts.
Well, and like description-wise, the spell actually sounds like it basically injures you by being really fucking loud and like a wave of force.
Yeah,
I think it is
yeah.
force damage.
So if anything, I can see all the characters complaining in character that they're like, "I can't hear you because you fucking deafened us."
Yeah.
It's like, ugh, tinnitus.
How's Stan doing?
How is Stan doing?
Good question.
I think Casey is sleepy. Anyways, first up is Esme.
Yes. I still need to figure out what I'm gonna do.
So this might be a nice time to remind people, one of the things you can do in D&D technically is you can hold your action. If you don't want to act and you want to basically let someone further down the initiative order act, you can.
Sure, you know what? I will do that because I am super at a loss right now.
Alright, that means it's Stan's turn.
I do love that you held your turn, so that I couldn't think of anything either.
Yep.
If you guys are really stumped about what to do, I will
have
give.
ideas.
Oh, Jamie has ideas.
I don't have brain right now. I mean,
Okay.
I do have brain, but it's a really dumb idea.
What? No, I want to know. I want to know. What's the dumb idea?
So here's the thing: Stan has a viola and does know how to use it.
A what?
Yes.
A viola.
Ooh.
An instrument.
Again, pretty useless.
Okay. Oh well, maybe not. Maybe not. I have a DC about what performance might bring Arrow down from the sky a little closer to you guys. So,
one, I have a -1 in animal handling. Number two,
well, this isn't
my
animal
plan
handling.
was to use the viola to make noises like prey, because they definitely did that in the wild to like draw predators away.
Interesting. Okay.
Do they
Well,
Does Stan say that?
Viola sounds?
That sounds
Like 3 people talked at once. What?
okay. Well, I was gonna say, does Stan say that in character? Because Trey would definitely think that luring the griffin down with like a possibility of a snack was his initial idea. So making a sound of an animal that could be a snack would sound appealing to Trey.
Yeah, no. You see, Stan has hunted much larger things in a group.
play that out in character a little bit. What does Stan's?
I love you dearly, but I do not have the brain space to do RP.
Okay, that's fair. So Stan pulls out his viola, and he says, "When I hunted with my daddies, I used to lure animals by making prey noises." Hey, it's me. I'm just RPing for Stan now. It's fine.
You know,
That's a little
I
fucked up, dude.
I have an idea, and can I interject in character really quick?
Yeah.
So when Stan says that, Olivine goes, I learned another spell. It doesn't hurt people, but it makes sounds. I can help that.
Ooh.
One of the things druid cats can do is create the sounds of small animals.
Oh,
In that case, one of you can, I guess, Stan roll performance with advantage.
Yeah. Because I know there's assistance rules in D&D that basically let people do things together.
Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Well, here's what I will say. The prey noises that you guys make are actually pretty convincing. You guys make good noises. It just doesn't work. Like like the noises are very convincing. But Arrow is maybe a little smarter than that. And continues to sort of circle fly approximately 40 feet above you.
is there anything climbable? Like, are there
I'll say,
pillars?
yeah, there's some pillars and rocks and things.
What's
Sure.
the tallest point?
You gremlin.
Maybe 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
It is Michi's turn. All right, so.
All right. So, I think it's actually a tabaxi rather than a monking, but I have the ability to convert what would normally be my attack action to more movement action.
Uh-huh.
And you can tell me if this is too much for the action. But what I want to do is I want to get up high and jump and try to like grab the griffin by the foot and bring him low to the ground. And I won't be attempting to do any damage. But I'm gonna say, Trey, Esme, get the sheep thing ready.
Maybe, well, okay, I think it should be Trey and Olivine, because it's their turn next.
Okay.
But I love this, but I am gonna make you make 2 rolls.
That's fine.
First of all, an acrobatics roll to get up there. Secondly, an attack roll to catch him.
Okay. Now, I want to tweak that just because I'm pedantic. Which is, I have mechanically climb speed already, so how about acrobatics roll to make the jump?
It's the same rolls, yeah.
Yeah, same rolls, but just
to
I'm
make the jump and the attack to see if you can actually grab him.
Yeah. All right. You have your DC in mind?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Trey has Featherfall. Can I prepare that as Michi is doing this? Because I would be next in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you miss, it's gonna be a hard fall.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm taking a risk. Okay. So we're doing acrobatics.
Oh shit.
All right. So I definitely make the jump. And I guess I'll do as an unarmed strike.
Yeah.
Yes!
Oh
Nice.
shit! Yeah. You fucking scramble up the pillar. You launch yourself off the pillar, and you grab, say, a hind leg,
That's what I was grabbing for, yeah.
and pull Arrow the Griffin down to the ground.
Come on, buddy.
Okay. Would cast Featherfall?
It's not necessary.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary.
Use the sheet, I say as we're coming down.
What would that be? Maybe again attack rolls to see if you can cover Arrow's head and body with the sheet.
Yeah, I think they should have advantage because I'm holding him down.
Sure, with advantage. So Trey and Olivine, I'm gonna say you guys can act well.
Or maybe like one of them rolls with advantage because they're assisting each other.
Yeah, Trey roll with advantage. To what is he rolling? Yeah, just an attack roll.
Maybe like attack or grapple, maybe.
Yeah.
Grapple, I think, is just a strength check, but I don't know. Attack roll would just be a d20.
Grapple
Yeah,
is a strength
do
check, yeah.
do a d20. I mean, probably if we're going for aiming properly, a d20 plus dex.
Yeah, do d20 plus dex with advantage.
Okay, d20 plus dexterity? Where is this?
Okay, that's not quite right. No.
Go.
Damn.
So take your 17 and add your dexterity modifier to it.
Which is 4? Or let me check out the
Yeah,
character
mine's
sheet.
0,
Oh, it's a plus.
so
It's a
I-
plus 0.
Oh, okay.
That is me rolling a d20 with my dex modifier with
No.
advantage. I
Yeah.
just got
Well-
off out of roll.
Well, except that Olivine she was helping, and that gave Trey advantage. So Trey, just for curiosity's sake, roll me another d20. We're gonna ignore both those dex things because that's not what we're doing. So just
My first d20 doesn't count now.
it
No,
does
it
does
does,
just
But
to
you
see
have
if you can
advantage.
get higher because you have advantage.
Oh, I still got 17.
Okay.
Fine. Well, I am gonna say that yeah, you succeed. And get the sheet over its head, and it kind of just lies down. It can't see anymore. It doesn't. You know when you
It
put
must
a
be
hood.
nighttime.
When you
It's
put
what-
a hood over a falcon.
Yeah, it's why you hood a hawk.
It's an overgrown
Trey
monkey.
As Trey is doing this, he's going like he's making
Yeah,
sounds.
like yeah. I
There's a
guess.
conspiracy.
I guess you've done it. You've succeeded, but I do want everyone to roll an animal handling check just out of curiosity to see. Oh
Hell
shit!
yeah, Trey.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
You know, that makes a lot of sense with
Stan!
how Esme's grown up, though.
Yeah.
Stan,
does.
Stan, Casey. Oh, there you go. Okay. So, yeah, as it's thrashing, it thrashes and it hisses and sort of kind of swipes at Michi and Esme.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
fair.
sort of more neutral towards Trey, or not Trey, towards Olivine and Stan, and it sort of it is very like docile to Trey, who is the one who finally gets the sheet to be sort of a hood over its face and gets it to calm down and just sort of lay down. And the surrounding Huyuks all clap and they say, "Well done. We're so, it is possible to take Arrow down using your strength and your swords and weapons, but we always prefer when students figure out this method. It's always important to ask if you need to attack and use violence, and see if there are other options. You've have done very well indeed. Now, so the sun is starting to go down, and you are each led up some wooden stairs to a platform before the giant obelisk, and they say the last thing, and you've all passed. So now is a ceremony, and Annie comes up. What's her name? Epiphany comes up and says, each of you may choose any color you wish for your tabard and hood, and as you grow more skilled, you can add embroidery and detailing. And as you guys have probably seen, I'm gonna put my sketches of the characters. So, like, in my head, I have sort of colors, but each of you guys can pick a color for your hood and tabard. That's just like any color will do. There's a whole rainbow of colors that Huyuks choose. The uniform is just like the black clothes and the tabard and hood of any color of your choice.
I also want to add the detail that, like, as this whole speech is going, Michi is still just a little bit, like, bottle-brushed feral cat stance. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I fucking did that, Jesus Christ.
Like, kind of busy petting the griffin with Mage Hand. Like, Trey knew this was coming, so he's not that, like, excited about it. That's so tiny.
I'm making it bigger.
Oh, good. I was gonna say purple for Trey, so.
Yeah, I suppose a sort of like red works for Esme.
Yeah, it can be a darker red. I was planning on doing
like kind of a wine red.
Yeah.
No, if we want to be pretentious.
Trey is wearing like a dark blue toned purple that's like quite dark, like an indigo purple.
Oh, good, pretty. What about Olivine?
Olivine would definitely lean towards like kind of like a minty green, or like kind of like a more between like a minty or like a jade green or like a beige.
Yeah. I love that. Sort of a light, soft green.
Yeah, not too loud. Something that might actually get lost.
What color is Stan's?
Thinking. Green.
Is Stan the gold colored one in Garo's drawing?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so cute. That's not how I imagined the character.
Stan is a bugbear. Stan's a bugbear.
I guess I didn't know that's what bugbears look like.
It's what bugbears look like in my mind.
How our new bugbears is looking more like Sully from Monsters Inc. So I was basically just imagining that.
Yeah, but Stan is a young bugbear. When they get large, they grow up like that.
Large.
Aww.
I think blue.
Okay, so what about Michi?
They're hesitant to give up the clothes given to them by their dads, though.
Well, they're not giving them up. It's just turning a color. It's the same clothes. Maybe there was a note, like a little aside in the note, that when you pass the trial, you'll get to pick a color, and they can't wait to see what color you pick.
It's blue.
Aww.
It's blue. Okay.
It's blue.
Where the fuck is my reference?
What about Michi?
I'm balancing in my head my sense of aesthetics with Michi's sense of aesthetics. Michi wants black.
Michi can't have black.
That's what I thought.
I mean, she could, I guess, but I hate it.
I think black probably signifies something.
Yeah.
But no,
gold maybe? Like the color of her eyes? Something that reminds her of her mom.
See, I think the other thing she would pick is she would pick like fucking Gamer Red. I was actually thinking blue, but then Stan said blue.
Well, you could be different shades of blue.
Yeah,
Also, no one's taken orange. You could be orange.
I hate the color orange.
Okay.
What about like gold, like yellow?
I mean, what's Michi's favorite color?
That's what I'm trying to think.
What about gray? Would gray work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see a gray.
I don't think I've seen one that Garo has colored Michi yet. So like, what kind of?
Michi is calico.
Yeah, so kind of brown, orange, beige.
Yeah, that would provide a nice contrast.
Yeah. Plus, like for somebody who's kind of like jump out of from the darkness monk character, Gray lets you hide and then like ambush people.
That's like an absolute. Imagine the conversation like, "There's no black. You can't have black. Can I have gray? Yeah, you can have gray."
I want like the darkest color of gray then. Really dark gray.
Maybe.
No,
maybe
actually,
blue.
gold could work. I'm picturing Black Power Ranger colors.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, gold. Hey, it's me. I'm
Somebody
a
hand me
bully.
the black bits.
So Esme is wine red. Olivine is sort of a mint green. Trey is like a dark royal purple, royal indigo. Stan is like a sky blue or like a medium blue.
The same color as their shirt.
Which is what?
The tube top.
Which is what color?
Yeah, other people haven't seen that.
I put it in the Eidross thingy.
Oh, okay.
That blue.
Here, let me pull down and
Oh,
I'll.
it's kind of a dark periwinkle.
Ooh. Yeah.
Iris. It's kind of like the two tones of like a blue iris.
Yeah.
All right.
Here for anyone watching. I don't think there's anyone watching, but if there is, there's Stan. And Michi's is like a vibrant, like marigold gold.
Yeah.
And you are left to pray or meditate or snooze overnight. And they will come get you in the morning. So basically what happens during the night. So first of all, tell me sort of what stance each of you take as you sort of wait for your vigil, which is what this is. It's a vigil.
What's around?
What's around?
Yeah.
Well, you're higher up than you've ever been. You are high up on a platform built around the obelisk. So what's around is the platform itself is made of wood. There's not too much there. There's a few cushions and things if you wanted to sit or kneel on one or put your head on one. But behind you and beyond, you can see the whole city spread out. You can see all four cracks. You can see all four crevasses. You can see the bustle of the city. You can see farms and buildings on the outskirts. You can see the gates, which are at the end of each crevasse, except for at the end of the three that aren't the docks. There is a gate that can be closed or opened. They're all open. And the sun is going down, and the obelisk has taken on colors of a sunset. You know, it's sort of taking on the colors of the sky as the sun sets, swirling misty clouds.
I think Michi spends a little while looking northwest, back toward Suffixi and Ephevere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think after the sun has set, she kind of goes and sits on the edge of the platform closest to the obelisk and lets her feet dangle off the edge and kind of just spends a while just like looking at the obelisk.
One thing you notice as the sun goes down is it almost seems lit from within, as though there is a light behind the clouds that's almost ready to break through, except through the swirling clouds, it never quite does. The swirling and movement of the clouds is very hypnotic. What's everybody else doing?
Does the platform go like right up to the obelisk?
I would say there's a few
Any place
feet.
where you could touch the obelisk, I mean.
You would have to really stretch, but it is possible.
Okay. Never mind then.
Does Stan want to touch the obelisk?
Going to go to sleep, huddled with their back against the obelisk. Like a cat does.
Yeah, I mean, they can't get their back against it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. What about everyone else?
Esme is going to, look over the city for a bit, just kind of appreciate it, flip through some of her notes for that day, look kind of annoyed at no one in particular, but it seems like she's definitely annoyed at someone, and then close her eyes and kind of like start mumbling to herself a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. If people choose to leave her alone about that, then that's their business. If they don't, they might learn something. Who knows?
What about Olivine?
Olivine, like, looks very confused. Looks over the city, looks up at the obelisk, looks around, and since, like, Esma's the only one that looks, like, extra grumpy, she kind of, like, goes over to Esma and is like, "It's okay. I'm sorry again about the spell."
She opens her eyes like, oh, it's not you. The weird cow lady in my head is talking to me again.
She kind of blinks at Esma and goes, they taught me a spell that talks to animals. Would that help?
Probably not. This one already talks pretty good. The problem is she talks too much.
Olivia just kind of like tap together in that sort of like, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do kind of way. And then just like, kind of like, takes like the outer layers of her clothes off and tries to like make like a pillow thing and like lays down. What else is there to do?
Okay.
She doesn't quite get this religious stuff. She doesn't really get how long that she's gonna get left here.
Esme closes her eyes again, and among the mumbles, you can very faintly make out a "Shut up, Mom."
Okay. What's Trey doing?
Looking around, and he's kind of making sure that everyone seems to be doing okay. And he sees Olivine and Esme bonding, and that like makes him feel very happy. He's like, "Oh, good, the group is coming together as a group." But like for him, this is like a super religious and significant moment. And so after kind of checking in on everyone, he goes to sit on an opposite ledge from Nishi, and he sits cross-legged and kind of just starts like praying. Because for him, like, this is a big deal.
Yeah. So, okay. All of you fall asleep, and a thing happens, and I am going...
Whoa. A thing.
Rude. First of all, let me get to the thing. Which is you all have a dream, and I'm gonna start with Alan and Esme because, the voice talks to you a lot. I want to explore this voice a little bit, and about the god that you, because you're a warlock. What?
Cleric.
But
A cleric. Yeah, you're a cleric to a goddess. And, this voice has been talking to you how long?
let's see. I want to say since Esme was, I want to say like 6 or 7.
So since you were a little kid, but, I think this is as you drift off, this is the first time that you have seen her. And so she steps out, as you fall asleep. I don't know if you were looking at the obelisk as you fall asleep, but as you fall asleep, the obelisk looms in your dream, and stepping out of the swirling clouds and towards you is this goddess. Um, and she says, "Esme, my child, you've done so well to make it here. I talk to you as much as I can, and that is bending the rules. Although the rules don't mean what they used to. But here I can really appear to you and talk with you about what your purpose is. Um, and Huyuk, she is a dear friend of mine, and
She was a vulture.
her what?
So I thought she was a vulture.
Vultures can be friends with cows.
You pledge service not to her but to me, and to the world, and to feeding the hungry, and both with food, but also by helping people who need help. um and why don't you describe Mullah for us?
Sure. So, there is definitely a sense with Mulla that she is very old, not in that she looks elderly, but that she just gives off the sense of something that has been around a very, very long time.
Pre overgrowth, you think?
Quite possibly.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
She resembles a cow person.
Mm-hmm.
Very,
What
very
kind? What kind of?
face.
What kind of a cow?
Something along the lines of a Jersey, definitely sort of a singular creamy brown.
Ooh, with a pink face,
Um,
pink nose. Cows are very cute.
boxy pink snoot.
Um,
Very, very calm, gentle face. Very soothing looking almost. Eyes rarely open all the way.
mm-hmm.
Definitely a very large lady, not just tall but very wide and soft. And if you hugged her, it'd probably feel like a pillow. Um, just only clothing is just a bunch of jewelry. Like she is covered in necklaces and bracelets and weird little bangles that were probably given to her long ago by her original acolytes. Yeah. Big, soft, glorious cow lady.
Good. Do you have any other input as to what else she says to you?
Let's see. She stresses for some reason that it is very important I cook breakfast tomorrow.
Oh, that's
and
so
Esme
cute.
just kind of
That's so cute.
mumbles and goes, "Yeah, you figured you were gonna say that."
So who wants a dream next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Michi. So you also fall asleep with the swirling obelisk.
Yeah, she's basically kept staring at the obelisk until because she was mostly raised in the Huyuk order. She knows what this is and why it's so important.
Yeah.
Like there is a sense of reverence that is a little bit uncharacteristic for her.
Yeah.
And she very much it's just like laying on her side on the edge, like propping her head up on one elbow and sort of dozes off while looking at the obelisk.
I think the person who steps out of the obelisk to greet you, or at least who the person looks like, is it looks like your mom. And she steps out of the swirling clouds, and she just laughs and she says, "Oh, my feisty kitten." And Michi isn't full tabaxi. Michi is Catra, basically, except a calico and like fluffier, but like she has humanish features,
Elfish,
but
I think,
elvish features. But Michi's mom is just a tabaxi, and she is she's a sort of brown brindled tabaxi. You know, cats, they're sort of brown and gold, not gold, but like orange
yeah.
stripes, like
Tabbies.
yeah. And she comes out and says, "Look how well you've done, little one."
You're not really her.
She laughs. She laughs and says, "Are you so sure?"
Well, considering she's never shown an aptitude for being a fucking obelisk ghost. She's alive still. She's over at home.
I think she laughs. And she changes shape, and then she's a hawk, just flying free and high above you, fierce, and she sort of circles you and just asks, "What do you want, Michi?" And that's your dream. Who wants to go next?
I'll go
I'm gonna
next.
Okay.
Oh wait, do you want to go next? You can
I
go
don't
next.
know.
Yeah, okay. Olivine goes next because I have a better idea of what Olivine's dream is. I'm definitely not making these up off the top of my head.
And oh, it can be good.
So Olivine falls asleep staring at the obelisk. And instead of a person coming out of the obelisk, plants begin to grow around you. Ferns and grass and trees and flowers bloom until you are surrounded by a verdant green field with the obelisk still in the center. You can hear birds chirping, and you know the use of each one of these plants. You know that the bark of that tree, helps to treat fever. You know that, these leaves will, cure tummy ache. And as this happens, a bird swoops down, and what kind of a bird do you think it is?
I mean, if it's swooping down, I just it's some kind of raptor.
It could be well, I mean, it's, just, it was more general. I was kind of thinking it was like a stork.
Bird.
What?
Like a water bird.
Yeah. And it looks around at all the verdant plant life, and it says, your parents never really understood your love for plants. Although they're farmers, they farm only for food and are distrustful of many plants. The overgrowth, I fear, has tainted the people's relationship with the wilderness. Taught them to see it as something dark and evil and dangerous, and then it looks at you, and its eye is so bright, and it says, "But you and I know differently, don't we?" And that's your dream. Huh?
Is that pretty?
Yeah. Sorry for asking you what kind of bird it was and then instantly contradicting you. That's how my creative process works. You can ask anyone.
You wanted like a suggestion or like wanted what my character like was expecting it to be? That's all I was unclear.
I was just trying to decide.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, it could have been a bird of prey, but I didn't think that quite made sense.
No, yeah. Well, I
For
mean, most water birds are actually birds of prey, but
well, yeah, but it's not a
It's not a
raptor.
yeah, it's not as scary as an eagle. But like, tell that to a fish.
Okay, 2 left. Who wants to go next? I'm gonna guess Alex. And save Casey for last. If that's okay.
Hello? Either one of
Hello?
you?
I said, Alex, do you want to go next and I'll save Casey for last?
Yes, did you not hear me?
No,
We didn't. Okay,
Nope.
so Trey falls asleep. And out of the fog comes, flying pretty much exactly what you expected, which is to say a very large vulture. Or a winged creature. As it circles, it is far, far above you. And you squint up at this bird, at this vulture, and you blink for a second and you think maybe it's something else. Its movements look almost serpentine. Its wings look a little too pointy. And then it's a vulture again, and it swoops down. Again, swoops. That's just my word today. And it becomes a tall woman in a black cloak with a red tabard and a hood pulled up, covering her face, and you can't see anything of the face. And she says, and her voice is low and rough. And she says, "You were always going to be one of mine, but how does it feel now that you're here? Find treasure in the discarded, Lester?"
Trey's eyes are so big, and he's like, like this is everything I wanted. I can't wait to serve our ideals.
She nods and she looks out, and if you follow her gaze, you shouldn't be able to see it, but somehow you see the line of green that is the overgrowth. And she said, I only wanted what everyone wanted. I wanted to survive. I wanted my people to survive. And, people, we always survive better in a group that takes care of each other than individuals fighting against each other. But when resources are scarce, it's always so tempting to fight. She shakes her head and says, "And much is scarce in this world. Find treasure in the discarded. But much has been discarded, and there's much to find." And that is Trey's dream. And last dream, Stan. Are you ready, Casey?
Yeet.
So Stan's dream. Stan falls asleep, and the figure that comes out of the swirling clouds leaps out of the clouds. It is an energetic leap, and he runs up to Stan, and he throws his arm wide, and it is a fairly ordinary looking man with a warm brown skin and sparkling black eyes, and black hair swept back from his face that looks almost like feathers. And he says, "Stan, you've done so well! You look so handsome!" And the open arms are clearly an invitation for a hug.
Stan is already there, cuddled against his chest.
No.
Well, as you leap into his chest, he spins you around and hugs you tight, and sort of nuzzles your face, and he says, "Papa couldn't come, but because I'm technically a god, I got to come here and see you. You've done so well. You look so handsome. I love the color you picked. This blue is just perfect for you. It looks like the clothes we found you in. I'm glad that you're wearing the clothes we gave you and trying to fit in, but still remembering where you came from." And he, as he's sort of holding you in his arms, just like a little baby, he looks at the pin and he says, "What a beautiful cloak pin. You know Papa picked it out for you. He wanted you to have something nice, something special."
Stan is openly weeping.
No, Stan. Oh, he wipes away your tears. He says, "It's okay to cry. You know, don't tell Papa I told you this, but Papa cried after we dropped you off. But you know, you're much safer here, Stan, and you'll learn how to protect yourself. Protect you in ways that we couldn't." And as he's cuddling Stan, and this is all happening, the same figure from Trey's dream walks out of the mist, with her arms behind her back, her carriage straight and tall. She's much taller than Koraki, and you still can't see her face, but you do hear an audible sigh. A lengthy audible sigh, and she said, "You could have told me you were going to drop off this boy." And Koraki says, "Yes, but then we would have had to talk about it, and I didn't want to." And she sort of comes over and she lays a gentle hand on Stan's head. And her hand looks almost like a dragonborn hand. It is clawed and scaled. And she says, "Hello, little one, not of this place."
Hi, Grandma.
She sighs and she says, "Well, yes, I suppose you could consider Corky my son." But and she sort of and she says, "I know you don't want to be here, little one, but you know your daddy is quite a troublemaker." And she turns to him and says, "You know, not in front of your son, but you and I are going to have a talk." And then she shakes her head and pats Stan's head again and says, "Good luck, little one. I hope you find some strength and courage among friends, even if you're not with your." And she sighs and says, "Daddies." That word "daddies," the plural, has a definite note of like, oh my god. And that is Stan's dream. And the five of you wake the next morning, and you would expect to be sore and exhausted, but you aren't. You actually all wake up feeling fantastic. And, you know, you've had a long rest, all your health is back up, all your spell slots are back, and you just feel good. The sun is rising and it's shining bright, and,
Would you say
and-
we feel a whole new level of good?
you do feel a whole new level of good.
Hey.
And one last thing before we end the game, because I know that it's getting late and everybody's a little tired today. So, the last thing, shit. Hey guys, it's me. I forgot something important that happened in Trey's dream. So I'm just gonna have to rewind it just a little bit. Which
That's
is...
okay. I realized the detail of mine as well. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give this detail of Trey's, which is, with Huyuk, there also came just a fairly ordinary-looking owl. What type of owl is it, Alex?
Kind of smallish owl. Oh,
Cool.
I know what kind of owl it is. You know those really cute owls in the movie Hoot that are like the ground nesting owls?
Yes.
It's a cute owl.
Yeah. A burrowing
cute.
owl. Yeah. A burrowing owl. Oh. And when you wake up, you have the burrowing owl is next to you, and in his claw he has a rolled up scroll, and the scroll is find familiar. And Trey has a familiar now. What's his name?
His name is Snickleway.
Sniggleway! Oh! Yeah, Sniggleway. And what was your detail, Alan?
I just DM'd you.
Oh, okay.
Since it does relate to some of Esme's larger purpose and goals.
Yeah, we will deal with that. That is an important,
Okay.
good thing to
Fair.
know. But I
She's
think,
not ready to tell Esme that yet.
yeah. So it's bright and shining. Annie Epiphany comes back and says, "Congratulations, you've all chosen such wonderful colors." She sort of takes Trey's hood between her fingers and says, "What a beautiful color, my dear." And she walks back with you to your dorm and says, "Congratulations, you are now officially acolytes of Huyuk, and you all get some rest, and tomorrow we'll discuss your first mission." Yeah, any last thoughts? Any last RP? Anything?
We don't have to do this today, but you and I discussed the fact that Trey's parents were going to give everyone a gift.
Oh yeah, I think they are waiting in the morning with Epiphany, and they give each of you well, do you have any idea what kind of a gift, Alex?
Either like maybe some kind of traveling gear, like some like I don't know what item in the list would be useful for everyone to have.
I think maybe they give each of you a new water skin that's a little bigger and very nice, very fancy.
And then I was also thinking like a little money pouch that has like I don't know, like the copper equivalent of like the equivalent of like 5 gold in it or something. Like an amount that's like useful but not
Yeah.
Like 20 bucks.
I think yeah, and they give each of you a new actually I know what they give you. They give each of you essentially a belt, and the belt has on it a new water skin. It has a little money pouch, a very nice little money pouch with 5 gold in it, and it has a couple of extra pouches for storage. And it's just the nice black leather belts that you use to belt your tabard.
I'm into it.
So yeah. And then they kiss Trey on the cheeks, and they let you all go to your dorm to have a day of rest. Anything else?
I think Michi has a brief conversation with Trey after his parents leaves. Said something along the lines of, "And they really care about you, huh?"
And Trey sighs and says, "Yep. Yeah, they're like that."
Don't take it for granted.
You know what? A little bit of building as well. Conversation between Esme and Olivine. Just kind of quietly out of the blue, not really an elegant start to the conversation, as brief one as it is. Just kind of, hey, Thanks for not thinking I'm crazy or evil or anything regarding the whole cow lady thing.
Olivine just says, "Nope, no problem." Everyone sees weird stuff.
Yeah, about that. You seem like you know a lot about, like, plants. Have you ever heard of mullah?
Mala.
Roll me a religion check. Roll me a religion check.
Yeah, no, I'm
It's a
definitely
really high
Roll
DC.
a religion check.
Where did my sheet go? It closed again. Wait, where?
Arg.
Dang it! Don't even seem to have roll-20 up. Somehow I screwed everything up.
While you're looking for that, Casey, I want to have a brief thing with Stan too, just a little, if you're up for it.
Yeah, sure. What's up?
I want to know, just if Michi, as your roommate, did Stan's demeanor change a little bit the next day after having that dream and getting to see his dad?
Yes, but not in the way that you might think. I wasn't gonna bring this up. Stan's a little more distant now. They're like participating in stuff and going along, and definitely said thank you for the gifts that were given, but they're kind of like more standoffish now.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think if we're one-on-one in our shared dorm room,
You have never heard of mullah in your life.
we'll sort of like I imagine just like quietly ignoring each other, like one of those instances where you can just fucking hear the ticking of a clock and nothing else.
Yeah,
And
100%.
and Michi just sort of says, "So what's your deal?"
What's
Bullshit.
yours?
You don't have to tell me now. I'm gonna figure it out.
Well, what's yours?
Why are you asking that?
Well,
You're
that's what's.
DM.
I just didn't know if you heard Stan, and I want.
Oh.
I asked you first. No, I asked you second.
Oh,
I can totally
Right.
see this happening.
my deal is I'm gonna be.
The Hokage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Hokage.
I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
Is I'm gonna be the best fucking acolyte. I'm gonna find the best treasure. I'm gonna make my dad sorry he ever left and make sure my mom never has to work a day in her life.
Not so nice. Stan goes back to what they were doing.
Fuck you. And goes back to what she's doing.
I like that we've got a running gag over people just being unimpressed by Michi's stories.
Aw. Michi like actually like opens up and closes right back up again because
Stan is like, yeah, that's cool. That's super nice of you.
Hey, C, we can see you.
Yeah, your camera's on Roll20.
oh jeez, sorry.
It's not a
It's
big
not-
deal.
You're so
Nice fingers if
cute.
you'd want to know.
You're so cute.
No,
Yes, you are.
You're
Steve,
so. You're so cute. You're adorable. I like your
I can't
top.
take compliments. I'm gonna start melting.
Same.
Oh no, I probably should have got my voice on.
Stan. Okay, that's all. Well, if that's all for today, I'm gonna call it. How'd you guys?
All right.
How'd you guys feel about that? You think it went?
That was nice.
Okay.
That was great.
Getting the band together.
Yay! I'm hype. I'm hype about what's gonna happen next and all the stuff. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for being such good sports.
Thank you.
Okay. Good night.